Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of the Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Tournament. We are running it back tonight. We're going to be bringing you Ancient Gamer versus the Blue Crayon, also known as AG, and just Blue. With me tonight is Ryko Ryder. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Can't wait to see these two go at it again.
Absolutely. Just so it is clear, because I already see this in chat, the seed is different. They are not running the same seed that they ran the last time. So this should be interesting. Both of these runners very close in skill. I don't know. What do you think that we're going to be seeing? What would you expect to see there, Ryko?
Come down to which person just finds the key items first and their main, and it may not be obvious which path to take. I've seen a lot of matches where just one, not even mistake, just one decision at the 30-minute mark can just be trouble further down the line.
That's true. That's true.
There are so many different routes through these games, all of which are viable.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will come down to that sort of stuff. And we're going to see, I think both of them are going to go straight away to Zelda. I don't think either of them are going to go down to that Morph Ball pedestal. But we'll see here. Oh, never mind. Both of them will.
Wow, this is really surprising.
I don't even know what to say now. I'm gonna go home and they've already blown me out of the water.
Well, I guess I'm on my own tonight, guys.
I
I can handle it.
No, you're good. You're good. So there's two items that they can get because both of these guys can do the out of logic damage boost. Well, I'm really surprised at this. Do they reset here if they don't get anything?
I would say so.
AG picking up those super missiles, so that seems like he almost doesn't want to reset. Okay, there is Crayon resetting.
Argument for it either way, because that first pack of super missiles and that E-Tank are helpful enough. Oh, nope, he's going to reset him away too. This is fine.
Alright. So they get a bunch of information. I mean, they'll come back. They can come back in their loops around to that Blue Brinstar area. But yeah, if there was something there, that would have been interesting.
Oh, absolutely. They'll both be coming back for those once they have Morph Ball and do the Retro Brinstar loop. And if I remember from their previous matches, both of these players are more well-versed on the Super Metroid side.
Yes, they are both Super Metroid players.
And we have Crayon going through the early Uncle check. I like this play a lot. I'm a huge fan of the Uncle early route.
So there's two items here, right? Because you're not going to go and do the escape, not without a weapon.
Exactly.
What kind of items would you want to see at the Uncle?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Man.
So now AG, on the other hand, he likes to go to the dam first.
Yeah.
The reason why he does this is a very similar reason why I like going to Uncle first. Is because this can often have early items, and if he gets bombs, he likes to do the south to north CAC route, and it looks like we have just 3 boring crystals up at the start. Nothing too special. So all of the noteworthy dungeons are in the Dark World.
Yeah. AG picking up that bloomerang there at the, man, he's gonna take a while to get to those boots. The Uncle giving up his shoes today. What was that?
That is a good point, because AG is one of those people that he'll try to route Uncle and the castle together once he has a permanent weapon. And Blue Crayon catching all the breaks with the money early and the tree poles, giving all the bombs necessary for CAC.
Yeah, that was a really decent tree pull. Looks like AG's going for a Houlihan room.
I like the early Houlihan. I will do this at the start of every single seed. Every seed, I will start off by doing Chris Houlihan. And the reason why is because it gives you that guaranteed early money, but Blue Crayon is going to save quite a bit of time, and will save even more time now.
Wow.
With that sword. Although that sword will allow AG... Oh no, he's going to Uncle now to get the tree pulls out of the way. We'll be happy to see the bombs on the second tree pull.
That's good.
The reason why I like doing Uncle first is because this gives you a chance to get all of your tree pulls out of the way. Because you can get all 3 tiers very easily.
There's some footwear for AG, and he can be a little bit fancy, free, and footloose. Nice bomb drop there for AG. So, I'm not sure if the stun prize was a heart or a bomb.
Okay, so we have a Book of Mudora in the Thieves' Hut. You think we're gonna see Blue Crayon run up to Ped real quick to check it?
All right, there's those bombs for AG.
What do you think of that? If you find Book up here after you do the Kakariko Well, or even before you do the Kakariko Well, do you just run straight up to Ped and check it? Just not like right now. No. I'm sure in some reasons that's probably wrong, but I don't think I do it because I don't know. It's the probability of needing Ped is so low. Here's AG doing. Oh, he's not happy about that. Doing that castle early. Doing the castle before doing CAC. I wonder if he thinks he's out. I wonder if he thinks he's being out executed. Oh my! When AG gets to CAC and the Lost Woods, he is not gonna be happy that there are 2 swords back there. The whole reason why AG is doing the castle before doing Kakariko is if he is... Wow, this CAC.
He's giving it up.
If he feels he's outmatched, he may actually put off CAC for a while, and obviously that's not going to work out too well this time. There's a very good reason why it is standard fare to start with CAC.
There's bookshop. That's good for AG.
Although I'm sure AG is going to be pretty happy to find that early, but with 2 swords, I don't really. Oh my! That's a morph ball at the library. This seed is wide open. Straight away. And
one thing I don't think we've seen is power bombs. Has Crayon picked up power bombs here? And
not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet. But knowing AG, I know he does not like wide open seeds like this.
No, it's rough because it's really hard to tell where you want to go, and just. It's real easy to feel like you made the wrong decision really quickly. Even if there is something there that winds up being what you need, they're hard.
Exactly, you just never know, and that's what makes them so incredibly frustrating to run. Is did you chase the wrong progression? Yep. Because if you chase the wrong progression, you could wind up going into, say, finding a Death Mountain East that's a complete wasteland.
Yeah.
And it can just be one of the most frustrating things.
Absolutely. And we're gonna see here what's in a mini mole dorm.
This is pretty standard. This is pretty standard fare for him. But the fact that he hasn't gone to CAC yet, that's a sign that he's already rolling the dice. And I really don't understand the mentality behind CAC skip at all. Just because it has 13 Sphere Zero locations.
Well, I think he's gonna do it after he does all this stuff. I mean, he pretty much has to. If he doesn't, look at that.
He'll have to, yes, but why not just go there first? That way you might be able to route more locations with the South Shore loop.
I'm not sure. I kind of agree. I like to go there first, just because it's so many items.
It's standard fare for a reason. Like, there's a very good reason why we call standard open standard open.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so he's got some missiles. Is he going to try and do a fake flipper? Okay, looks like he's setting up water walk. Ooh, a death there for Crayon. He'll have to come back.
Let's just hope there's not something like Merle on top of, Oh, there's the water walk for AG, so this could be big if there's something up there.
Yeah.
If there's something in this waterfall ferry, that could be really big for him. Nope, just pure grade A garbage.
He doesn't have enough money for the Zora. He could have checked the ledge.
He's probably gonna go check the bum under the bridge and then save and quit.
Yeah. That's fine. I think that's fine. Right? And then you could check the ledge. He could do ledge, catfish, and Zora all at one time. If he comes up with the mirror later on. So that's pretty reasonable. Plus, he doesn't quite have the money for Zora anyway. Alright, there's a Quake medallion. That's not nothing.
That's absolutely fine. You want to see those medallions as quickly as possible for just peace of mind. And that's another reason why I was suggesting the early pedestal check, is in an elimination race type situation such as this, you would be surprised how much just the peace of mind of knowing that you don't have to do ped, or knowing that just having that extra knowledge.
Yeah, AG might go ahead and do that. It's still open for him. This is Crayon going into Super Metroid.
I agree with this play. I agree with this play.
Yeah.
If he knows how to do the wall jump. Oh no. Oh, only 5 power bombs. If you had another power bomb pack, I could see doing the wall jumps up to Gauntlet if you're comfortable with them.
Yeah, I like doing those. I like doing that as early as possible myself. So I agree.
If you're comfortable with them, absolutely. But when you only have 5 power bombs, you have to be really careful how you route Super Metroid.
Yeah.
So with 5 power bombs, the way I like to route is just go to over where the Gauntlet area is, and then go down. Nice Alcatraz.
Yep. Yeah, Alcatraz Escape, one of the more difficult tricks to pick up. But very rewarding, very satisfying when you get it. Here's a sword for Ancient Gamer.
And he's gonna find the other sword pretty quickly after this too. And he probably won't be too happy when he finds those 2 swords. Oh, would you look at that? Another pack of power bombs.
There's more power bombs from Crayon. Alright, so now do you go back up the Gauntlet? I mean,
Here's what I do. I go to
Mm-hmm.
Gauntlet. I save at the ship. Go to Gauntlet.
Yep.
Reset if there's nothing there. Then go down to Retro Brin and do Meme Route.
Okay. Alright, looks like
And
Crayon is at least gonna go into Terminator.
And here's why.
Uh-huh.
Here's why. This way, you can clear out the entirety of Blue Brin and Big Pink and Green Brin in one fell swoop, other than Waterway. That's something like 22. Oh my god.
Ooh, there's a sword in the back of.
Blue Crayon might actually want to go get that and then run back. Like, go save at ship, go get that, and then maybe run to the ship again to refill power bombs and do Meme Route. But there's also merit to just doing the Gauntlet route to Green Brin.
Yeah,
I like to do the standard route through Brinstar. If you have a way to easily get up to the power bomb door that's at Green Hill Zone. That's the primary reason why I like Meme Route so much, is because then you don't have to worry about having a movement item to easily access that door.
You can do it without any movement items. It's tricky, but it can be done. See, if I were Crayon, I would have opened that up and then saved. It saves one power bomb, but 10 is plenty enough, or 9 is plenty enough to get through here. Plus 4 E-tanks. Doesn't want to get caught too much, but he can get caught in the asset a little bit.
I think this play is fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he's coming through here 430 or 53 energy. All right, there's a Master Sword for AG. Wow, and a Power Glove too.
Everything is turning up Blue Crayon in this match so far.
Oh my goodness, this is
just he's God routed this.
This is crazy.
Like, look at all this stuff he's gonna have. He's gonna have 3 swords in under 20 minutes. This is nuts.
Oh yeah. There's that fire rod for AG. Sorry, go ahead.
Boy, this keeps up. This keeps up, Cerberoth. Looks
Yeah.
like we might be able to call it early tonight.
Oh, I hope not. I want another nail biter. Be on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Don't we all?
There's plenty left to go in this race. Lots of bosses to kill. Lots of stuff to do. Alright, here's going to be a Morph Ball for Ancient Gamer. Well, meanwhile, we see Blue Crayon going through Super Metroid here. It's going to be coming down the elevator from Criteria to Brinstar. Alright. So, you're AG. You've cleaned up Kakariko now. Where do you go?
I go straight to SM.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm a big proponent of go to SM as soon as you find Morph. Well, just whatever cluster you're working on when you find Morph Ball, finish that cluster and go straight to Metroid. It just makes sense, because when you find that Morph Ball, that typically opens up 30-40 locations. And in the early game, it's very, very important that you focus on volume.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. Looks like AG is going to be going back to check the sick kid before he does anything else leaving this area. Which, yeah. Alright, Blue Crayon. What's more power bombs? No problem. Those B-toms basically guaranteed power bomb drop, so don't fault him for that. Can find 20 rupees. Yeah. Entity tank.
Oh! AG might be going to Eastern Palace.
Oh, that's interesting. That's certainly something that none of the runners have checked out thus far.
Like, this play is okay too. I'm not a huge fan of this play unless you think your opponent is going to out execute you on a crystal. If Eastern Palace is a pendant, I am a huge fan of rushing pendant Eastern. But as a crystal, no. But it is 5 to 6 items depending on whether the boss has an item. And AG is more than familiar with the dark rooms.
Yep, a green pendant is going to be Ice Palace tonight, sorry. And Blue Crayon we saw picked up a screw attack as well. Yeah, yeah, screw attack. Down with the Edakun power bombs. I agree. I think you're right. There's a cane of Brian there for Blue Crayon. Brian leaving his stuff all over the place in both of these games now, apparently.
With that screw attack.
Yeah.
With the screw attack, if there is a Super Metroid movement item, there is actually an argument to go up Red Tower here, especially because Screw makes climbing Red Tower so much easier. If you just know that you're going to fall, you can just break spin. But
what about going to wreck ship?
That's what I was talking about.
All right.
Right now they have no way to get to wreck ship other than CWJ, and there's definitely an argument to it. AG won't do it because he hates wreck ship, but Crayon might.
Yeah, I don't know if that. Well, if the movement item is there, for sure, but I don't know if the CWJ is in Crayon's repertoire. So.
AG knows how to do it. He just hates wreck ship.
I think we all learn how to do it when we're doing Super Metroid runs. But yeah, it's brutal. Right, so there was nothing so far here in Eastern Palace for AG. Looks like Blue Crayon is going to set up this gate glitch. This difficult trick here without high jump boots or wave.
3 tries. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's very nicely done. Alright, EG still getting his rewarded with nothing. Here's some missiles.
Yeah, so far this Eastern Palace has been empty.
Yeah. Crayon not finding much of anything either. Found that cane of Brian. Screw attack's a great luxury item for Super Metroid, but it's not really progression.
No, it's not.
There's a lamp. Alright.
That is progression.
Yeah, that is. That opens up Eastern Palace.
That doesn't matter to them. Both of these runners don't care. They can do full lampless.
I know, but logic.
Yeah, logic is important too.
Blue Crayon likes to go down here to Waterway.
And
clean up. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a toss-up between going in and out of this room and going back to the fire fleas. And the fire fleas, I guess they're out of your way, so. Eh.
Yeah, this is fine if you don't have enough power bombs to complete. He might be going up Retro Rinstar. This is the only thing that makes sense, because if you were gonna go down from Green Hill, then you can just farm power bombs over by X-Ray.
Yep.
Eastern Palace empty. And this is one of those things where I was talking about, where both runners have taken completely valid routes. Just one of them is paying off spectacularly. And one of them is just nothing. Oh my! That's Titans for Crayon.
That's really interesting.
Can you believe this?
Oh no, not really. I'm kind of stunned how loaded Super Metroid is.
Not just that, but how quickly Crayon has just sniffed out the right path.
Yeah, no, I mean, these checks that AG is doing is stuff that Crayon is potentially going to have to do anyway. So,
So this Agena check,
yeah,
This Agena check is a sign that AG feels he might be a little bit in the hole already.
Really? 23 minutes in. All right, there's a big
Just
heart
the
for him.
heart. Like, that's something you're okay with seeing at this stage in the game, especially if Link to the Past isn't as much your forte. I mean, both of these runners are just good at Link to the Past, and hey, there's that wrecked ship access I was talking about.
Yep.
So AG probably not going to be too happy to see that. But this is a sign that there's going to be something in Deep Wreck Ship. Is that 3? Oh my!
Wow.
Oh my! This is... I don't know about you, but this is screaming Merlin Wreck Ship.
Wow.
Could we have another jet seed on our hands?
This seed is absolutely shaping up to be very, very quick. Here, Desert Palace, EG making the play into here. There's 2 items in here. He cannot go into to complete this, but he does have the boot, so it won't be boot locked per se.
The fire source is the issue. And what AG needs right now is to just catch a break.
Well, yeah, both of the runners have the fire rod, so right now AG doesn't have the gloves, because we know that they're in Super Metroid.
Oh, it's gloves that's the issue, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Alright, there's a shield Crayon. I don't want that trash. Go ahead.
These are definitely reasonable checks for AG to make.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel it makes a ton of sense to stay in Zelda after you found Morph Ball. I wonder if he might be influenced by a certain race that he called, what was it, I think 2 nights ago, he called a race where one of the runners found Morph Ball and immediately went into Super Metroid, and the progression was in Link to the Past. And it made a big, big difference in the race.
I don't know. It's quite possible. It's you know, I'm not sure, right? Like, so it's tough to say, right? Because again, I think these things that AG's checking, right? Crayon's gonna go and check these things anyway. But
eventually,
but I think you're right with when you were talking about earlier, like volume. What AG is checking is less volume.
Exactly. This is not volume.
Mm-hmm. All right, AG looks like
this is Red Tower.
He'll probably check the moat first.
He's checking moat, yes, but this is a Red Tower play.
That's a setup for CWJ.
What?
Okay, he jumped too early for it. But he set up. He was lined up on that door and set up for CWJ. Okay. That was just I want to check the mode item. Whew.
Okay, I was gonna say a play to wreck ship with CWJ is the most un-AG thing.
He set up for it, so. All right, here's Crayon going over to that wreck ship area. I imagine we are going to be seeing that from him.
Yes, this is going to be a full clear of wreck ship, and I'm going to say it now. I'm calling a moon troll there.
All right, AG's going to be going into Red Tower here. So now, if I'm AG, right, there's so much in Brinstar. I'm in Red Tower.
Oh, bro!
All right, that's quite the development.
There's no way Crayon's not going to get that after clearing wreck ship, though.
No.
So AG really, I don't see AG being able to capitalize on this.
Yeah. I agree.
So that's not the break he needed to catch right now.
No, and he really needs to go over to that Brinstar area.
He just doesn't want to go over to Brinstar with 5 power bombs is the issue. But he's gonna have to.
Yeah, there was a power bomb waiting for him right away.
There's a power bomb at Omega.
Yep.
And those are the only other power bombs we've seen. I know
Yeah.
this is another routing quirk of AG's. Like he's gonna go down Red Tower and I see exactly what he's doing. He's gonna go down to the high jump area, check the 3 high jump items, and then go to Zelda and clear out Death Mountain to try to find power bombs.
He does have the hook shot, and he can get over to Eastern Death Mountain. So that'd be pretty good because
he's fishing for another power bomb pack is what he's doing.
yeah. All right, that's pretty reasonable. It is going to take him away from all those swords, the hammer, and all that other good stuff that we saw Crayon pick up.
Like this play is fine. It's a little unorthodox, but I think
Yeah.
it's fine.
No, I mean, AG's going to go to those areas early enough, and it's still very, very early in this race. So.
And meanwhile, Crayon's starting Fanny.
Mm-hmm.
But with what is that? 6 E-tanks? That should be.
Yeah, that's easy street. 6 E-tanks. Screw attack.
Oh, absolutely.
AG coming into. I wonder if he'll go over to. It looks like he's setting up to go over to the warehouse first here.
This is fine. This gets him on the board.
It does. Mm-hmm. He'll take care of Kraid while he's here. Grab the 3 items that Kraid holds and go down into the high jump area, I think, like you were saying. Another possibility for him to go and check that's kind of pretty easy is, and it's out of logic, but that ice beam.
AG does play a fair bit of hard logic. Not a ton, but he does play a fair bit of hard logic, so I would not be surprised to see an ice beam check. Because he probably feels a little behind right now.
Yeah, I would like to see a nice check from him.
He's gonna feel especially behind once he starts finding everything that's in Bryn. Because I know his routing. He usually goes to Bryn right away as soon as he gets access to Super Metroid. And then, of course, the one time you don't check Bryn, it's loaded.
Yep. Yeah, you are correct with that. He usually does do Brinstar much earlier. All right.
He did not take Kraid to prom.
Yeah, very nice quick kill there by Ancient Gamer. Nobody likes to see Kraid stand up. It's just unnecessary. Ooh,
That's a nice find too.
That's AG's favorite item in Super Metroid.
That's my favorite item in Super Metroid as well.
Yeah, he is very happy to see that.
There's a very good reason why I call SMR a High Jump Appreciation Simulator. Oh, this is an interesting development. Crayon is skipping Spiky Room of Death completely.
Oh, you're right. He does not have a good movement item for Sponge Bath. And
I'm sure he knows how to do it with power bombs.
Yeah, well, he might not be comfortable with it, or he might want to come back for it. There's an ice beam for AG. That is also nice. These all things that Blue Crayon will eventually get. I wonder.
So depending on what's on Death Mountain, AG might not visit that for a while. I did not see what was on Attic, but it couldn't have been anything important.
It was missiles. Attic missiles was in fact missiles. Yeah, I don't know that I like this play from Crayon by leaving the E-tank.
Like if you're going to do an area, just full clear it, unless because there's absolutely no way that Crayon can feel he's behind. Like
no, I mean not with all of those items.
You have Morph Ball Titans and its Pegasus Boots, 3 swords in a half hour.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to feel you just hit the jackpot.
Absolutely. I mean you're loaded. You're loaded. You have Moon Pearl away from. There's half magic. Moon Pearl away from Dark World access, right? And Moon Pearl's gonna be on his path. So I don't know, right? You don't have that much for Super Metroid just yet, but nevertheless, he's got a ton of stuff. All right, here's the Death Mountain for AG. He did not go over to the Ice Beam area like we were kind of hoping, but that's all right. That's not that damaging. It's an area he'll go and check anyway. 2 items over there.
I don't understand the rationale behind voluntarily orphaning an item so early, and that's another reason why I am not a big fan of early wreck ship.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be just one of those things where he forgot.
That's something we're gonna have to ask about in post race.
Chat pointing out that once he's done here on the mountain, he'll go back to Red Tower, check Ice Beam, or I'm sorry, go back to Wasteland, check Ice Beam, and then potentially reset to the ship.
I really like that route. I really like that routing in particular. It's a very clever use of saves.
Yeah, that's something I didn't think about there. Alright, so there's 50 rupees on Spectacle Rock. Not very exciting.
I don't see players. I don't see players do enough. Is that speed?
That was Speed Booster! So that means AG is going to be able to fully complete Wreck Ship whenever he gets there. That's a great item find for AG. Especially since he has not gone to Super Metroid really that much yet.
Oh my!
He does.
You know how this pays off spectacularly for him.
By all means, enlighten me.
Waterway. What if there's something at Waterway?
Yeah.
If there's something at Waterway, that's gonna get him right back into this race.
Absolutely, because he will check it. There's the Moon Pearl for Blue Crayon, so he has that Dark World access that we're always looking for.
He's probably gonna clear the rest of Red Tower and then go down and do the checks that AG is doing.
Yep.
And then go straight to Dark World.
Yeah, interesting here. AG did not go over to Paradox Cave and all that on Death Mountain. He went straight back into the Super Metroid, and
I like this. He's breaking logic. He's breaking logic. If you think you're behind, start breaking logic.
He's over here on yeah, I mean, is he gonna go down to Croc or no, he's just gonna check the one mountain item.
He was just checking that one item.
Alright.
Oh, power bombs. Power bombs. That might be it too. He might have been wanting to refill in power bombs.
Okay. The B-Toms there will fill him up with power bombs. Alright, so he's back into Zelda, and this is that reset to the ship?
Now he's probably going to do Paradox Cave.
Oh, now he's going to... Okay, so...
Again, he's fishing. Again, he's fishing for power bombs.
Okay.
Like, he desperately needs power bombs.
Dead Rocks, get out of the way. Here's an X-ray scope check for Blue Crayon.
I like this. I like this. Since you have Grapple Beam, this is the best time to do this, because generally speaking, there are only 2 times you're ever going to pass by this location. One is after you do the Bryn Loop, and one is after you do Wreck Ship. Other than that, you have to route this around the reset.
Oh, that's a mushroom. Yeah, if I have Space Jump or Grapple Beam when I pass by this room, it is an automatic go in because I don't ever want to have to think about this ever again.
A mushroom?
Yeah, that's interesting. Alright, so there's nothing in the bottom of Paradox Cave. We're going to have to go and route that in to go pick that up. There's no flute or anything, so... Blue Crayon still kind of has that Zora area to go back to. So we'll see how he wants to fit that in. All right, top of Paradox Cave, 50 rupees. Supers.
There's that extra power bomb pack.
Yep. And a whole bunch of money.
So after AG finishes checking Spiral Cave and the island, he's gonna go to Brinstar, and he's not gonna be too happy with what he finds. A little bit off on the bomb jump.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't think either of the routes these players have taken are wrong. It's just Brinstar with 5 power bombs was the answer.
Well, so Crayon got an extra pack of power bombs at 2:30
It's 2:30, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but it's just you have to make the decision to go down there with 5 power bombs. It just so happened that there was another pack on the way, but it's still a decision you have to make.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm sure he's happy to see all these supers as well.
Yeah, he's gonna have 35 or so when he goes back into Metroid.
That's Ridley ammo, and I would not at all be surprised to see him do a lava dive if that Varia comes up.
Yeah, be interesting. So, all right. Okay, he is going to check criteria power bombs.
I like this. I like this in the mid game.
Yeah.
I would say right now about the 45-ish minute mark is what I would consider the mid game. And when you get to the mid game, this is when you start transitioning more from volume prioritization to chasing your progression.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like he's setting up for a spark. He did not open the door with the wraparound, so he's not going to get the full spark. Oh, now he's going to go back for it.
He also did not have enough energy for Gauntlet Spark.
Takes 235 energy. Something like that. Alright, there's a high jump boots for Blue Crayon. Sure, he's happy to see those.
And you don't want to go through the second half of Gauntlet on such low health. That's another concern as well. But I do really like the criteria powerbomb check here.
Alright, Agent's going to be doing that Gauntlet Spark.
I think he's setting up this is a pretty short charge. This is
he can do it.
That's a... Is that a stutter 3?
No. Just a 2. Just a 2 tap.
Oh, it's a stutter 2. Okay.
No, you don't even need stutter.
Although if they have to, both of these runners I think can do stutter 3s. There aren't a whole lot of places where in Randomizer where a stutter 3 is helpful, but there are a couple of corner cases where it can be.
If you want to spark out of Gauntlet, yes. If I wanted to do a reverse spark out of Gauntlet, a stutter 3 would get me there, because there is just enough space to make it through and charge a Sharn Spark there, going in a reverse Gauntlet Spark. That's super hard. Also, Zebtite Skip, Speed Booster Zebtite Skip is a stutter 3.
Speed Zeb Skip is a stutter 3. That's not only that, but that's a stutter 3 through a door transition.
Both of them are. Both of the ones that I just talked about are through the door. So yeah. Those are probably the only ones I can think of that might be worth anything. Alright, AG, don't fall down the wrong side.
AG about to find... There's a nice visual cue for this.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, you just kind of stand in the middle of that block. All right. He doesn't want the other crap, or does he? Nah, he doesn't want that other crap.
There's an argument to pick that up.
Yeah, there is when you're at 4 E-tanks, but given so AG, and Blue, right? They're both used to running any percent, right? 3 E-tanks, and you do everything. So,
well, not just that. Well, not just that. I'm one of those people, and I probably put a little bit too much emphasis on this. But when I'm running SMZ3, until I find Various Suit, I don't stop picking up E-tanks.
that's probably reasonable. Blue Crayon gonna be picking up this green boomerang.
Because if you get a very large number of E-tanks, I would say at least 11, then you can consider not needing Varia. And that's always something that's exciting to watch, both as a commentator and as a viewer, is when people go into Ridley's Lair without heat protection. It's such a thrill to watch.
Yeah, be absolutely interesting. All right, there's some junk there, Brinstar Reserve. Blue Crayon, meanwhile, picking up the old man. So your Blue Crayon, right? Where do you go next? Where you've kind of checked a lot of Super Metroid. Now you're back in Zelda on the mountain. There's only a couple places you can go here because you don't have the hook shot. Where do you go?
If you're Blue Crayon.
Yep. Do I go to the Dark World? Do I go to Thieves Town? Dark Kakariko, Village of Outcasts?
I like chasing Dark World here.
Alright. That's going to keep him away from that hook shot.
Again, you have to remember that really it's around this time when you want to start chasing progression rather than just going for pure volume. And this is one of those cases where I could see Crayon putting Escape off for a long, long time. Because he has a ton of options right now.
Yeah, he really does.
So I could actually very well see. I could very well see, depending on the pendant layout. Do you know how much of a dagger this could potentially be for Crayon if Swamp Palace winds up being a pendant?
No, I don't. But and it is. It is the red pirate. It's the red pendant.
Until he goes back. Until he goes back to Escape, in his mind, if he can find everything in everything else for Go without that hookshot, from his perspective, hookshot could be in GT.
Boy.
That's something you have to think about.
Oh man.
Think about that. If you're missing, say, hookshot or bow or Cane of Samaria, especially hookshot, that's the most common one, and you can get all your crystals without that item, that's a red flag that it's probably in GT.
Oh boy. I don't think I've ever thought about it that way. Alright, AG setting up for the Spore Spawn skip. Meanwhile, Blue Crayon going through Skull Woods here. This he can complete this, right? Has the fire rod, has the swords. Yeah.
Yes, this is
everything. He's completed. Yeah, full clearable. So there's 2 items in here.
So he'll be able to knock out Skull Woods, be able to knock out Thieves.
Yep. So that'll put him up 2 crystals here, while AG is kind of checking around this Brinstar area.
And this was something that I was thinking could very well happen, because when you have all of the interesting dungeons, or rather the dungeon prizes in the Dark World, There's about a 40% chance that any given dungeon is going to wind up being abandoned.
Yeah, with 3 choices, yeah. It's pretty good chance. Pretty good chance. I mean, we did know that Ice Palace was green pendant. Right, there's a death there, unfortunate for Blue Crayon. But yeah, that's only because AG checked Sahasrara earlier. But go ahead.
Meanwhile, AG is clearing out all of these Brinstar checks, and it'll be interesting to see where he goes once he has cleared out this treasure trove.
Yeah, see, he'll be checking this waterway in just a moment. There's a lamp for him.
Because he has speed booster.
He's happy to see that lamp. Only the fact that it saves him from having to do all those dark rooms.
Boy, it would be a twist if there was something here.
It certainly would be interesting, because I don't know when Blue Crayon would route this back in. It would be...
You know when you do it? You know when you route this check back in if you're Blue Crayon?
No. Wow. Alright, now you have to tell us when Crayon routes this back in, please. Oh my god, this is quite a development. Wow.
Like, all of a sudden, this just became a race.
Wow.
So here's when here's the best opportunity for Blue Crayon to check this. He's already done both of the checks that you would commonly route Waterway back with. So here's what you have to do. You have to route the Waterway check when you're going to need to go do a refill. Or here's what Blue Crayon needs to hope for. He needs to hope that gravity is somewhere in A Link to the Past. So that way, when you want to go do Meridia, you open the tube, you save at the save spot beneath the tube, and then you go to Waterway.
You go to Waterway.
You go to Waterway. Then if there's nothing there, you can reset right back to the tube. That's the only real time that you can route Waterway. So, not a lot of people know this in the community yet, but I'm actually working on an SMZ3 routing guide, and I have several paragraphs dedicated to when to route Waterway, because it's such a difficult location to get back to for most routes.
I think that would be a spectacular read. I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
It's just incredible that, like, that Varia suit at Waterway, that's the break that AG needed. Like, all of a sudden we have a race. So now not only is that Varia suit gonna cause Crayon trouble, but that hook shot's gonna cause Crayon trouble too. Like, with all the access that you have in Link to the Past right now, when do you go back to escape?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Like, he can do Desert Palace. He can do what's that?
He has so much access right now. There's no way you're gonna get back to either one of those items in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, he can do Thieves Town. He can do Desert Palace. He can do Tower of Hera. Maybe Turtle Rock. If the medallion shows up.
And now with the hammer and the gold glove.
Yeah. All right, AG probably thinking about his routing here.
Yeah, he probably feels behind. But what he doesn't realize is that hookshot and that Varia is going to put him way ahead long term.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how Crayon gets to either one of those locations in any reasonable amount of time, let alone both. So I believe both of these runners are capable of doing suitless Lore Warfare. So if there are a lot of energy tanks out there, you might see Blue Crayon be able to get away with skipping Varia. But still, that hook shot location is so brutal.
Dangerous to do, but I hope AG routes in the criteria super missiles while he's here. He does have speed booster, so in logic, picking up that shield, actually, I'm kind of surprised. He usually doesn't pick those up.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to deny doing Lord Warfare suitless is dangerous, but if you have 3 crystal flashes or so worth of, I like this.
Oh, interesting.
I like
so he's skipping over the criteria super missiles.
This is okay. Criteria Shaft is not as hard to route as you think. Because you can route that. Like, you're a reset away from going in there at any time. Because you can just do a transition, reset to your ship, and it only takes maybe 45 seconds to a minute to check that location. So
That's not a bad time.
It's not a big deal, especially late game when you have just single out of the way checks left.
Oh, I see. Chat's telling us he needed some additional power bombs.
Right, power bombs.
Thanks, chat.
Right, power bombs. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, now he's coming back to check this.
This is such an interesting seed.
Yeah, he does have.
I think this is one of those seeds where you can pass this around to like a dozen different people, and they'll all route it different ways.
I would. I don't think I would have gone any of these ways.
And this is what I was getting at. It's a reason why it's not just myself, but a lot of runners hate wide open seeds. Because as a runner, when you don't have the information that we do, you're liable to miss something, and you won't know that that's been available the whole time. Instead, you're just going to be chasing your progression, and the whole time you've realized that Go mode was in. That Go mode's been in Castle Escape, which has been available since the beginning, and then you just go, oh F, how long has my opponent had this?
Yeah, that's the worst feeling. I mean, there's 20 rupees for AG. He's not happy to see that.
Like, not even just Castle Escape, but even something like Dirty Agina. There's a very good reason why I call that old disrespectful man Dirty Agina.
Yeah, when he has something, you're not happy to see it. Like,
Oh no.
He's just way out of the way. Alright, AG gonna go back over to the ship here, maybe make a play for the wrecked ship.
Oh, absolutely. Like Crayon has to feel like he's just miles ahead right now.
I mean, look at him, he's loaded, right? Mitts, hammer, 3 swords, moon pearl, boots, ice beam, screw attack, speed booster, like, morph ball. What more could you want?
Like, from his perspective, this is like a 2-3x pace seed.
Yeah, alright, AG is not gonna go to the wreck ship.
You gotta be thinking about, like, 235 pace here.
I think about sub 4 paces, but yeah.
I mean, almost all the people, if not all the people that are left in this tournament, are capable of putting out sub 3 times.
I'm sure they are.
Just all the people that are left in this tournament are just so good. So I think the biggest thing that we haven't... There are 2 big things out there that we have not seen that these runners are really looking for. Mirror and the glitch cane. The glitch cane is a big one.
Yep.
I mean, Bow 2, that doesn't open up quite as much.
Alright, really fair enough.
Oh, there's Nakarina. That's another one.
Dude, I'm blue, right? I go and I turn this on right now while I'm here, right? I can't see not turning it on. Alright.
Oh, he's going back up to the village.
He doesn't have the mirror though.
He's gonna be pretty Oh, he's doing.
Okay.
This is really intelligent, actually.
This is not bad.
He's gonna grab this. He's gonna do hammer pegs and then save and quit.
Okay. So here's AG making a play for the Tower of Hera. Gonna go over to the Ether tablet first. Get out of the way, dead rock. Alright. Let's see what's
I
in
like
the
this
hammer
check.
peg here.
I like this check from AG.
Mm-hmm. He gets some more power bombs.
Well,
That's just what he wanted.
That's another thing with the suitless stuff.
Mhm.
Is you don't is power bombs is another thing that you don't stop picking up, because the more crystal flashes you have, the less energy that you need to get through Lower North. Eventually, it just depends on how good your Ridley fight is, and AG's Ridley is very good.
It is very good, yeah. There was a bug net, nice little safety item for Ancient Gamer here in the Tower of Pharaoh. Definitely not one of the 2 items out of this dungeon that he wanted, but alright, old Stumpy giving some missiles. Man, alright, so you're Blue Crayon, you're doing this Smith chain. You have Desert Palace and Tower of Hera open to you. Where do you go? Do you go to Desert Palace first, right? Do you go back into Super Metroid for a little bit more, or... Well, I didn't know. He's fully cleared everything out of Super Metroid that he can do.
Whatever at this point in the game, whatever the last progression item you found is, I would chase that.
Okay. All right.
Once you get to the midpoint, which with the equipment that he has, I would say we're in mid game right now.
Yeah.
Mid game, it is so important to just chase your progression. I mean, still be efficient with your clears, but just chase your progression.
So I'm trying to remember here what Blue Crayon's last progression was that he picked up. Does the flute open up anything?
You know where he has Titan's Mitts and Flute.
Oh, it does open up that Misery Mire area.
He could, and he doesn't have any medallions, and that's really important. He can actually, he needs mirror. He needs mirror right now. If mirror, once mirror showing up would be really bad for Blue Crayon, because that would bring him further and further away from hookshot.
Yeah, he's skipping that E-tank there on the pyramid. Go ahead.
Once you get East-Def Mountain access with this item set, I'm a huge proponent of going over to Mire and going over to TR, even though you don't have any medallions, just to scout them.
So
I really feel people undervalue scouts. They just undervalue proper scouting.
I can agree with that. That Moldorm kill there, AG is on the board with a crystal in the Tower of Hera. It's gonna come over here to check. What looks like
this is a cat.
Yeah.
Crayon.
Yeah. No.
I agree with this.
AG is gonna be checking the Turtle Rock Medallion and probably Hookshot Cave plus Super Bunny Cave. All right, there's some blue mail here for Crayon. That's a nice item.
This also gets AG the dungeon intelligence.
Yep, I like this.
I think this is a fantastic scout. Plus, he's going to get 6 items from Dark Death Mountain East.
Yeah, I do like this.
I'm a big fan of rushing Death Mountain East once you can get it, just because it's so dense.
So, now, do you figure out how to route in the Burn a Spike Cave here? They do have Chain of Brian.
I think if you have Brian, you just do it now.
There's a full magic there for AG, so maybe he's thinking about that.
AG also found Spring Ball.
Yes, best item in Super Metroid, hands down.
That saves so much.
It's fantastic. It is sad where it's located. That's all.
Do you know if AG knows? Do you know if AG knows how to do suitless Dragon Escape?
I think he does, but I think he's not very comfortable with it.
Oh, look at this. Now he's finding all the energy after he finds Varia.
Alright, there, the swordsmiths actually have a sword.
Wait a minute.
That is a golden sword for Blue Crayon.
What's that doing there? I thought this was meant to be randomized.
I don't know. Seems vanilla. Alright, Blue Crayon going to be going into that Desert Palace. Now, Desert Palace didn't seem to have all that much when AG went in there earlier. But it is still progression in the form of a crystal for Blue Crayon. Here is that Burn of Spike Cave that we were talking about just a few moments ago by AG.
I think this is a fine check. I totally haven't gotten burned on not checking desert before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he can do it. He can complete it. It's a crystal. I like this play from Crayon. It's like I in my opinion, when you talk about chasing progression, when I can finish a crystal dungeon, I feel like that's progressing in the game, even if I didn't find anything.
That works up to a point.
Sure, I'm sure.
I think this is a good idea now when you're missing multiple items for Go, but
Yeah.
when you're missing only one item for Go,
You want to go elsewhere.
You need to get back to volume. When you get only a couple items away from Go, you really want to start chasing volume, especially in dungeons. Especially in dungeons that have a pretty large disparity between full clearing, and Go moding.
So, in your opinion, are we at a few items from Go where they should be chasing volume again? Then?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet. I think once you get one or two items away is when you start chasing volume again.
All right. Okay.
So,
okay.
So if from AG's perspective, I think you hit that transition once you find gravity.
Let's find here what's in Crumble Shaft, and it's some money. I think here he's gonna go to Crocomire before he goes over to Bubble Mountain. What do you think about that? All right.
I actually wouldn't mind. From his perspective, I can see this because Flute very well could be in the Mire area. If you have a Flute, I like doing this after Lower Norfair and Bubble Mountain.
Yeah.
If you have one...
There is half magic in Croc Escape. He does know that.
Yeah, half magic is a good idea to pick up as well. That half magic saves a surprising amount of time. I think it's one of the most underappreciated items. One of the most underappreciated safety items for Zelda. Half magic saves you a surprising amount of time in Ganon's Tower.
I love seeds where I see half magic. Love them.
It's one of those items that you don't really appreciate how valuable it is until you do a lot of seeds without it.
Yeah, dude. Even in regular, just a Link to the Past randomizer, if you do that and you don't see the half magic, you can absolutely you'll get the appreciation for it.
All
right.
And Blue Crayon with that butter sword making very, very short work. Oh my god! Did you see that?
Oh, I missed it.
It's deja vu all over again. I'm out of here.
It was the mirror. It was the mirror. Oh, I see it lit up on the tracker.
Deja vu all over again. I'm out of here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, that opens even more for Blue Crayon. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, what? Alright, here's a Mire check. I did not see that. I did not see that.
So remember what we said earlier about Blue Crayon finding Mirror, which would pull him further away from the hookshot?
Yeah, I do.
Hookshot is going to be the last item that Blue Crayon finds for Go mode.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. Hookshot is going to be Blue Crayon's Go mode, and he's not going to be happy that it's been available since... he's not going to be happy that it's been available since literally the word Go.
And looks like chat is saying the Quake was indeed the medallion from Misery Mire. And we know already that from AG's screen that Bombos is required for Turtle Rock. So That's pretty interesting. I think Blue Crayon is going to be going over here to pick up said Bombos, or said Quake Medallion on Agina. Do you go back into Misery Mire now once you get that?
It's a tough call.
You don't have the red cane. It could be in Mire.
Mire doesn't take as long to... The top of Mire does not take as long to clear out as people think. And most of the time you spend in Mire is getting down to the boss. So it really depends. It also depends a lot on whether you have the equipment necessary to clear the Wizrobe room quickly, because that's the biggest time sink. Is if you're well versed at clearing the Wizrobe room very quickly, then going into Mire without Cane of Samaria is not that big a deal.
Okay, alright.
It's obviously not something that people like to do.
Oh, there is an ice rod for Blue Crayon out of the castle escape. So
will he clear the front now?
I don't know. It looks like he's saving quick to the house,
he's saving quick to Link's house, so this could be a castle play.
This could be a castle play, could be.
Nope,
he's floating away.
That's gonna make it even harder to get back to the castle now.
Alright, he's gonna go turn in that mushroom.
I really genuinely believe that the hookshot and escape is not anywhere near Blue Crayon's radar right now.
No. AG looks like he's coming over here to the King's Tomb.
That E-tank on the that E-tank on the witches is something that's good for Blue Crayon. The more E-tanks we see, the more E-tanks that he sees, the less likely that Varia is going to matter. And I don't know about you, but I think it would be amazing to see one of these two runners do Lore Norfair suitless.
Well, we know AG can't, because he's already found that Varia suit, and I don't think he's turning it off.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so Blue Crayon go back up to the mountain here. Looks like he's going to be doing Tower of Hera. EG picking up that Ice Beam. Will he go through into Dark Cross? I think we picked up everything here. No, he has the key, so Dark Cross potentially has something.
Yeah, there is an item back there.
Yeah, that's another thing that Crayon has kind of stranded.
Oh, another sticking point.
Yeah.
Another sticking point is Bombos Tablet.
Yes, Bombos Tablet.
Bombos Tablet has been checked by neither runner, and with Smith Chains, at least one of them has done Smith Chain.
Blue Crayon has done Smith Chain.
Another E-tank.
Alright, an E-tank there in Dark Cross. So yeah, Blue Crayon does have the ability to do a Bombos Tablet with a mirror. So interesting. But yeah, he has isolated it. Alright, so where does AG go? Do you think he's going to Village of Outcast area? Gonna clear him from Gull Woods?
I like the Southwest Dark World loop here.
Mm-hmm.
After the Southwest Dark World loop, believe it or not, I actually like, believe it or not, there's an argument to go do Lob Dive.
Interesting. I wonder if we'll see that from... Oh, no, we won't see that from Crayon unless he wants to do it suitless. He could go check... He could go and check the Golden Frizo area.
And there could very well be progression in Lower Norfair. AG doesn't know it without a flute, but...
Troll Dorm, really? Getting one knock right off the bat. Not even. I don't have the... Didn't get a key, AG. You're gonna have to go around the other way. That's one reason I like falling into the hole there right straight away. You always get to open
Oh, Blue Crayon, you got class.
Oh, that was very good. That was very, very good.
I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody get knocked off of the Moldorm platform with a butter sword.
I mean, it was straight away. Moldorm was not even
Oh,
playing
no.
around.
Oh
You
no,
just
he was
went,
not playing.
boom, you're off my platform. Alright, looks like Crayon, excuse me, is going to go and check this kind of dark Death Mountain area and this Paradox Cave and all that too. So we'll see a Spiral Cave check here first.
And Bombos could be very trolly as well.
Yeah, could be.
I wonder when we'll see one of these. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
There's this honeypot that we have failed to see so far as commentators.
I was just going to ask about what could be on the pedestal, but I'm not sure what honeypot you might be talking about.
I'm not talking about pedestal. It's related to the pedestal, but I'm not talking about pedestal.
What could be in Swamp Palace? Ice Palace. Oh, we don't have the flippers.
Yeah, we don't have flippers quite yet, but I would not be surprised to see one of these. Wait a minute. Maybe not. I also realized that Swamp and Ice are both pendants, so that's a sign that flippers might be in GT.
Yeah, you gotta pick up both of those pots, AG.
If one of them was a crystal, I would be much more inclined to go into the other one. But the fact that we have not seen flippers from either one of these runners, that's a sign that flippers might be somewhere in GT.
And that's gonna keep Swamp Palace and Ice Palace out of Logic, which is probably a good thing in these runners' minds.
And like Gravity Suit still hasn't shown up yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get the feeling that Gravity might be in like Ridley's hideout somewhere, which would just be completely awful for Blue Crayon.
It could be. I don't think has AG actually finished off Bubble Mountain area.
No, AG just did the one check.
It could be over there.
I'm honestly like, I would be very surprised if AG doesn't go to Lower Norfair after this Dark World loop. Obviously, you finish the Dark World loop because it's so rich in checks, but
yeah.
But I would be very, very surprised to see him go to see his next destination after the Dark World loop be anywhere but Lower Norfair.
Yeah. It's kind of, at least for Super Metroid, that is where I believe the game would be leading you.
And he doesn't
it's what makes the most sense to me. Go ahead.
He doesn't know it yet, but with the flute being available, that actually is that in Logic? No, it's not yet. It is not in Logic yet. We would need Space Jump or Morph Ball Bombs or Gravity Suit to show up.
Here's something interesting the chat has pointed out. Quake was on the Hobo, which logically means that flippers would be required to pick that up in order to enter into Misery Mire.
I completely spaced that!
What's that?
I completely spaced that.
Yeah, I did too.
That's a detail that's so easy to overlook. So that means that Ice Palace and Swamp Palace, they're live.
They're live. Yes, absolutely.
They are 100% live.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, AG did get both items in Skullwoods. Yeah, he stopped checking as soon as he got both items.
So with that in mind, I am an even bigger proponent of Norfair. Sure, Lower Norfair is out of Logic, but Upper Norfair is not, and you may as well do them together.
There's what'll be a hype cave check for Blue Crayon. Did he do? No, he didn't do K45 either.
Yeah,
South of Grove.
K45 hasn't been done either.
Yeah. So, your Blue Crayon.
This is Big Bomb.
Oh, okay. Your Crayon, right? Do you do pod at some point?
I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, I don't think pod is the worst play you can make. You can... but I would definitely stay in logic with pod and not try to do any... Like, check all of the chests that you can before going to the back, because if you find that all of the keys are in the front, then that's usually a sign that something is there.
You have the lamp, so even the dark rooms are in logic. Alright, Blue Crayon showing off on that spin speed. Always a great trick. There's bombos.
There's bombos for Turtle Rock!
Yeah, interesting. So, that's something...
Well, AG is going to do that check. AG is going to do that check as part of the Dark World loop, because he has both the crystals.
Or he will.
No, he has them both.
Oh, is it Tower Hera and Skullwood?
Skullwoods and Hera.
Oh, okay, I thought it was Thief Sound.
No, there's Skullwoods and Hera. This Pyramid Fairy check is a no-brainer.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, when it shows up that early, I think it's something that you just kind of route in.
That's one of the things that I try to tell people about any routing or any randomizer that uses the ALTTP fill algorithm. This works in Ocarina of Time randomizer as well because they use the same fill algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
If a highly gated location shows up suspiciously early, that's a sign that something is there.
Something is there. Yep. Yeah, so this is interesting here. Blue Crayon going over to Sahasrara instead of that Palace of Darkness play that we were talking about just a few moments ago.
He's got his portal saved. He'll be able to go right back to pod. This check makes perfect sense.
Okay, all right. I missed where he portaled over, so Oh, okay, yeah, I see where he portaled over.
His portal's right outside. The check makes perfect sense.
Yep. There's a spot where you can get that right at the door.
There is, yes.
I don't know where it is, but I've seen somebody do it, and it's awesome.
It's kind of hard to describe.
Is AG skipping the big chest, or did he already do it?
He had the hammer out, so I imagine he did it first. There's no reason to skip that. Oh, it's dungeon items. That's what it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's missing Map and Compass.
Map
Yes.
and Compass. AG is clearly better at counting items than we are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would hope so. He is still in the tournament, and everyone knows I'm not.
Huh. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. I ain't in the tournament anymore.
I'm only gonna speak for myself. Alright, AG blind trolling him. He does have the Cane of Brian there for safety in case he needs it, but he takes him down, no problem. Does not need it. Gets the map. Or is that a burrito? I don't know, Link could be hungry there.
Pretty sure it's a burrito.
It does kind of look like a burrito. Maybe the Zelda guys were... That's really what they were thinking when they put this game together.
Look at all these keys that are showing up in the front.
Yes, lots of keys.
This is a sign.
Yeah, lots of keys.
This is a sign that there's something in the back. If the only way this race could get more twisted, what if Samari or Gravity are back here? Oh boy. Blue Crayon is then going to go to Meridia and check that out. And that may bring him to the Varia suit, as you were saying, because of what you were talking about with routing in Waterway? Yeah.
There was a bumper tape check, but I missed it.
If Blue Crayon finds Gravity Suit here, that will lead him to Varia if his routing is smart.
Mm-hmm. I missed what was on Bumper Cave. It does not look like AG went to go get it, so it couldn't have been too useful. Wave Beam right there for Blue Crayon. Go ahead.
No, Wave Beam's not a bad find either.
That's a great find.
We have Wave and Ice, so that's Semskit.
Crayon actually found Spazer earlier.
And do you know what else I've seen? That is all of the Palace of Darkness keys in the front.
Yeah.
I genuinely think there's something here.
Yeah, he's going in the back with 3 keys. That is
all. That is. Oh no, there is one more key out there. There's one more key out there. But still, the fact that you can logically get to the back, I think there's something here. And that's
there's that one more key.
All 6 Palace of Darkness keys.
Yeah. All right, nothing right there. Helmasaur could be a key here. Could have something.
It's entirely possible. There's the big key.
Yep, so that's good. Alright, a red meringue. Not a very exciting item to see, unless you like lag.
So we're down to 3 checks.
Alright, so you're AG here. You're going to do the digging game. Where do you go next?
I go straight to Lower Norfair.
Okay.
Because at that point... At that point it's not in logic, but Upper Norfair is. And you may as well get Lower Norfair out of the way. You do have to kill Golden Chorizo, then you can speed booster up. Because he has high jump boots, so he can do Worst Room in the game. It's just, the thing that's keeping it from being in logic is he doesn't have Morph Ball Bombs or Space Jump. Wow. Wow, all those keys in the front and pod was empty.
Wow, that's crazy. It could be there's an item on Helmasaur. I don't know if he got...
I believe there is an item on the boss, yes.
Okay. So that's going to require a bow in order to get to Helmasaur.
I genuinely think that there's a gravity suit in Norfair somewhere.
It's very possible. That is in logic.
Like Lower Norfair is not, but Upper Norfair is, and if you know how to do the tech to be able to do Lower Norfair, high jump boots, and AG does.
I'm sorry. I thought. Yeah, go ahead.
AG knows how to do that stuff. The short charge out of Golden Chorizo's room is very easy. It's like a one tap.
Yeah, so I thought you were talking about Upper Norfair when you said Norfair, so... Wow.
No, you go to Lower Norfair first just to do it. Just to get it out of the way. It gives you some thinking time, too.
Mm-hmm.
And of note, the Golden Chorizo items, 2 of the 3 gold... Like, the GT area items, 2 of those 3 are in logic, and you can see what the 3rd one is.
Yep. Yeah, without Space Jump, you wouldn't be able to get the 1. But it's, I mean, without having the Space Jump, it's unlikely to have something. All right, here is AG going to do that big bomb check, so that's going to open up, what was it, Bombos for him.
That'll be Bombos, which will be nice to have.
Yeah.
I really genuinely think Gravity Suits specifically. There are a number of things that could be in Norfair, but I genuinely think we're going to see Gravity Suit there.
Something
I would
Go ahead.
not be surprised to also see AG get pod here. But if I were him, I would save and quit and then just go straight to Norfair. The seed is kind of screaming Norfair right now.
Yeah, so if he's following your progression concept, right?
The flute just opened up Norfair.
Yeah, the flute opened up Norfair. So...
And the last progression item that you found before finding that flute was Varia.
Right. There's that Bombos medallion. That's 2 of the 3. AG has both medallions that open up the dungeons.
The fact that he's picking up a potion here... I mean, this could just be general safety for Link to the Past, but this could also be a potion glitch setup. Oh no,
he's saving and quitting, so I like this.
He's saving and quitting.
I like this. If let's say Red Cane is in Lower Norfair. What does that mean?
If Red Cane is in Lower Norfair, you turn right around and you'll finish Meyer.
Here it is. Here it is. The blue Crayon is going to the escape. So he will be getting that hook shot.
He will be, yes, he will be getting the hook shot, but that Varia is still going to be a big thorn in his side, and we might see a reaction from Blue Crayon here.
We might. Yeah, alright. AG is going to turn on his flute.
You activate that flute and you go straight to Meyer.
Okay. Do you check the area and then do desert and then go to Lower Norfair, or you just go to Lower Norfair?
You can always just go back when you have Red Cane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, he's gonna...
mushroom check, and this is for potions too. This is reasonable.
Yep.
Oh, he already turned in the mushroom. Oh, I see why he's getting potions. He's getting potions because he might not be able to come back here for a while.
Yeah.
And there's the
especially if he goes to Norfair. No, he is going to make this odd play.
That's not Norfair.
No, he's fluting away. Okay.
He misfluted. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Here's the Norfair play.
All right.
Or he's doing desert first.
Looks like he wants to go desert first.
This is reasonable too. You have to complete this at some point anyway.
Now this gives him the mirror. Does that take him away from this area?
Does mirror?
He's already done the front, so he can go straight to Lambo.
If he realizes that there's not really a lot that mirror opens up for him, though. Like, there's a few scattered checks, but
yeah, Graveyard Ledge is one of them.
You've got to just be screaming Norfair right now. Like, Norfair is so many checks.
Oof, that Beamos wanted a piece of him. Right, and there is the item out of Dark Cross for Blue Crayon. So he has completed the remainder of Escape. Now has that hook shot. Does this mean... What does this mean for... Okay, Death Mountain.
Clear out Death Mountain, clear out Death Mountain East, get that Turtle Rock intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't agree with me, though. He's going to do,
I don't know. He's already done both Skull Woods and Thieves Town. So we'll see where he wants to go.
He probably feels behind because of how late he got the hook shot. I think this is a Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge. Okay, interesting.
This is what you do when you think you're behind. You start checking locations like this that are out of the way and just hope to get a lucky draw.
He could also check Bumper Cave. I don't think he's checked Bumper Cave either. But yeah, it looks like he is going over to that bumper or that Graveyard Ledge. You are right.
This makes sense.
So this is Gravity Suit, right?
Because if this is Gravity Suit, that's gonna put Blue Crayon back in the game.
Okay.
But I still think that there's gonna be a Gravity Suit somewhere in Norfair. Nope, just zero capacity. Just zero capacity.
Not what Crayon wanted to see. Oh, right. So now,
if all the progression in the rest of the seed is behind Varia, that's just gonna drive him over to Waterway. Because honestly, for him, I don't think there's a lot left.
No, there isn't that much left. You're right. That's kind of what I'm thinking. He's done Palace of Darkness. He can't really do Swamp Palace. Eastern Palace, he's done that. He could make the play into Ice Palace by fake flippering.
I don't like fake flipper into Ice Palace right now.
But yeah, that's everywhere out of logic, right?
Yeah, I think it really depends on how far behind he feels. He's got to feel pretty far behind after finding a Sphere Zero hookshot at minute 91.
Alright, that is indeed Quake from Misery Mire.
Now AG has all the knowledge for the medallions, so he knows he has both the medallions he needs.
Yep, he does. And he's going to be getting the items here relatively quickly. All right, here's a K45.
Yeah, this
K45 tech.
hasn't been checked either. Bomb capacity. Alright, this will be a checkerboard cave.
Okay, so you're here, you also route in Bombos while tablet while you're here, right?
Yes. Yes, you absolutely do the Bombos tablet check.
That's the only thing.
This is the most convenient time to do the Bombos tablet check is with the Smith chain.
Yeah, so for me, I'm thinking he's back in the dark world, because otherwise there's no reason to go back in the dark world here with this chest.
Correct.
Yeah,
this is the most common way that you'll see people route the Bombos tablet is with the ether. That's
all right,
the
wait.
he doesn't need.
AG, what are you doing? You're going into Meyer.
He's going into Meyer. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have to search the top of Meyer for the big chest or for the big key anyway. Sure. And when you go in here, it's not as big of a concern. AG could also be worried that he hasn't really found progression recently. But it's honestly a tough call to come in here without Red Cane. He might feel like he lost his early lead, and I could see it too. I think it's really going to come down to how quickly Crayon gets back to Waterway, and then if he immediately chases it.
So Crayon looks like he's going to be going back to Zora.
Zora has not been checked by either runner yet, and that's actually been available. That's been available for a while too. Yeah.
All right. So we don't know what's on the ledge or at King Zora.
Like I could see the reasoning behind coming to Meyer from AG's perspective. It's just not a play I would make right now. Oh, it's a ball!
Wow!
Sensei AG, please teach me how to route.
Wow, that's
insane.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sensei AG, teach me how to route SMZ3, please. That's gonna be pretty difficult to locate.
Yeah, I admire no Red Cane. I wouldn't go in here.
Just Seed has taken a turn for the trolley. Hey, nothing on the ledge.
Alright, what do you got, King Zora? How much of a scam are you today?
Just a Fisher-Price shield.
Yeah, that being Crayon's first one, since he did not pick up the one in, under Old Mother Brain. Alright,
there's the second item in Meyer.
Yeah, so yeah, now he just mirrors out, right?
No, he's gonna get the big key and then mirror out.
Oh, he doesn't have the big key yet? Okay.
He does not have the big key, it's right side. It's the reason why he's doing this now is because if he came back in here, he would have to reset the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna mirror out as soon as he gets this big key.
Hopefully it's right here.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, he's gonna mirror out of here. He's gone. He's gone, and he's gonna be headed to Ridley's lair.
Let's see if you've got the right call here.
Like, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy if I have the Stone Cold Read on this gravity suit again. Oh, there are the flippers.
There's the flippers, so that puts Ice Palace and Swamp Palace in logic with that. So you're supposed to come here before you go to Misery Mire. Alright, nothing on GT here.
Oh, and AG is not worried about Charge Beam at all. He has all kinds of ammo.
Yeah, 85 and 60. He's got enough to kill Mother Brain right now.
And Blue Crayon just getting Turtle Rock open. This is completely fine. Can't actually do anything in there, but we'll get it open.
Alright, EG going
I don't like this play.
back to Zelda? Why is he going back to Zelda?
He's trying to stay in logic, that's why. He might actually be... If he goes to Death Mountain... Oh, he's going to Death Mountain. I think he's gonna go in from the top side. He might be banking on Lower Northair being empty.
No, he just picked up a flute, so he's fluting away from here. Where is he gonna go? Eastern Palace?
He's chasing this bow. This is fine.
Alright, Palace of Darkness,
This is
Eastern
fine.
Palace.
You're doing the rest of pod because you left an item there, and then you're getting Eastern out of the way. But I am just like really, really curious why he's not going to Norfair, because Norfair has the greatest number of in logic items right now.
AG hasn't done Palace of Darkness. Crayon did.
Oh,
but,
right. If AG hasn't done Palace of Darkness at all, then this makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Alright, here is a criteria power bomb check for Blue Crayon.
He's chasing... Like, AG is chasing progression, which is what you should be doing in the mid-game, but I think this is the point after finding that bow that you're starting to progress more into the late game, where you want to focus more on volume, because right now you're missing what? Two things. You're missing Red Cane and you're missing Gravity.
Yeah, I guess so. Technically, though, that bow is out of logic, right? Because he went in there before he got the flippers, right? And he got the Quake Medallion off the hobo.
Why would it be out of logic? Why would the bow be out of logic?
Sure, I'm trying to reason it out, right? Because he got the bow before he got the flippers.
Why does it matter what order you get them in? If they're all available, then they're still in logic, because you got the flippers from GT, then you leave, then logically you can leave, flute to 8, go use your flippers to get the Quake Medallion, and then just flute right back. I don't see a problem here.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, here is...
It's perfectly in logic.
No, I mean, you're right. You've had logic, me. So Crayon is checking this. Yeah.
So now with the flippers, everything's in logic.
So Crayon is checking here the wrecked ship. If Gravity Suit is here, your Crayon, what do you do?
Oh, that's plasma.
Yeah.
That's something he'll definitely keep.
Yeah, you want that.
It doesn't do a ton without charge, but you're still happy to see it.
It still rips through enemies. Not bosses, but enemies. Alright, so EG is not actually doing the Palace of Darkness play, unless he set that mirror spot. He's doing Eastern Palace here. And then... do you go back to Norfair? Because this turns up empty. Do you do Palace of Darkness?
I think given the density that Norfair has, you should have gone to Norfair a long time ago.
A single arrow telling you, it's pointing you in the direction of Norfair, AG. It's one.
Give me a good reason to go anywhere but Norfair right now, given the number of items that are there versus the number of items that are available other places.
I don't have a good reason.
Exactly. Like, Norfair is the only play that makes sense. but not.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what he's doing here? I think he's refilling his ammo. Ammo is probably the issue because he spent a whole bunch of supers killing GT. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna go back to his ship, refill his ammo, transition to Link to the Past, flute over to either Meyer or I want to see him flute over to Meyer and just get Lauren Orpher out of the way.
That would be good. And the flute and the mitts logically give him access to that area.
No, it doesn't. Not that way. Lauren Orpher is currently out of logic right now. I think it's a good idea to just do it because you're going to be going to Upper Norfair anyway, and it makes clearing out Bubble Mountain faster.
Sure it does. I can absolutely get access to that portal by flute and mitts.
You can't get up Screw Tech Room.
But that doesn't matter, right? Like I can get to the portal. And that's what you're basing your play on, right? Is the fact that you can get to that portal.
You can get to the portal, and it's much faster to clear Lauren Orpher that way. Currently, as of now, the whole Ridley's lair, other than Golden Chorizo, other than the 2 items that you can get to with Golden Chorizo, is out of logic. Because
I'm not saying it's in logic. I'm saying you can get to it. All right, here's a waterway check from Blue Crayon, and this is going to lead him to the Varia suit. AG going back into... Okay, he wants to get the speed boost.
Yep, and here's that Varia suit. I wonder if we're going to see any missile shot at this thing. Nope, he's keeping his composure for now, but he can't be too happy about that. All things considered, I think we actually kind of have a race now.
Yeah, Crayon is up 1 Super Metroid boss to AG's 1 Zelda dungeon.
Yeah, this is going to turn out to be a race, but as far as I think AG has a slight advantage right now, but it's something that's not something that you just can't like, it's not going to be overcome by like, you can overcome this deficit with execution alone, but it's really going to come down to who finds the gravity suit first, I think.
Yeah.
And I've been saying ever since AG found Varia a long time ago that gravity was in Lauren Orpher. Or not Lauren Orpher, but just somewhere in Norfair. Upper Norfair specifically.
Yep. Nope, it's right there.
Oh my, that's out of logic. That's a huge fine for AG if he puts this together. So that means that the Cane of Samaria cannot be in Meridia. At this point, after you do Upper and Lower Norfair, I would just rush Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace. For the cane.
Yes. Because you can't do anything in TR without a cane, and Swamp Palace is the most dense location after Norfair. So if he doesn't find it, Pendant Swamp makes perfect sense. I do not understand why so many runners are afraid of Pendant Swamp.
Yeah, that actually, or Palace, right? Of Darkness. AG has not gone in there, so there's one of 2 options for him.
I would do Swamp. I would do Swamp before Pod.
It does have the 1 more location for sure. And then after that,
it's 1 more location, and you're only 1 item from Go Mode. So as soon as you find that red cane, you can just leave.
You know, here's a troll for the folks in chat. That red cane could be on the pedestal.
That's completely possible.
Can it be in Meridia? Can it be, say, a track tool?
That's not possible.
Okay. Just checking.
Because gravity... Well, no, actually it could be... It actually could be in Meridia, come to think of it. It could be in Meridia. But it can't be in Meridia until we see Morph Ball Bombs or Space Jump. Like, until we see Canfly, it can't be there.
Oh, alright. Fair enough. Alright, so...
Okay, so to try to explain why this gravity suit is out of logic, you can't get up Screw Attack Room without logically you can't get up Screw Attack Room without Morph Ball Bombs or Space Jump. One of those two is needed. And in order to get to Lower Norfair from the Super Metroid side, Gravity Suit is required. And if Gravity Suit is in Lower Norfair, then that implies that Morph Ball Bombs or Space Jump have to be out there somewhere.
We haven't seen that one either.
Until you see one of those two, I would avoid Meridian.
Alright, so there's a Crocomire for Blue Crayon.
I like this.
You like the croc play?
I like the croc play here. I don't think this is gonna pay. I don't think this is gonna pay off for him. Because did we see AG do this? I don't think there's anything down here.
There was nothing that I recall. But that doesn't mean very much.
But I absolutely agree with this play. I like this play.
Yeah. So I mean, immediately your Norfair play, right, that you were calling about, has paid off for AG.
Yeah, I'm honestly just very, very curious why he didn't go here, like, basically as soon as he found Faria.
He might have needed time to think about it, and the Eastern Palace play gave him the chance to think about it.
That's possible too. That's very possible too, but like we're definitely at the stage of the game where volume is super important, because that Cane of Samaria can be anywhere that's in logic.
So that's the only thing we're looking for, isn't it? Right? We have everything else.
Yeah, it's just Samaria.
Charge beam, while nice, not required.
Yeah, charge beam's MIA.
Alright, so we're gonna full clear Norfair here, right? Lower Norfair. And then this gives AG the chance to clear out Bubble Mountain, which I think we're gonna be seeing a little bit ahead of time from Blue Crayon. So
if you're AG and you find Cane of Samaria in the Bubble Mountain area, I think you've got to feel pretty good about your position.
Yeah, I mean that puts him in go mode, right?
Anytime you're in go mode at under the 2-hour mark, you've got to feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. So what does Blue Crayon need, right? If he clears out Bubble Mountain, does he go down to Lower Norfair? Do you think?
I think he has high jump, right? Yeah, he has high jump.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's comfortable with the lava dive, then sure. I don't see why not.
I don't see why he wouldn't be.
Does he have a way up? Does he have a way up? Yeah, he has a way up worse from the game. He has high jump. Yeah, he's good. He'll be good to go down to Lower Norfair. He might be going down to Lower Norfair right now.
I don't know.
He's headed in that direction. He's headed in
that
direction.
Is.
This looks like a lava dive to me.
Yeah, there's no other reason to take this route. And then he checks Bubble Mountain on his way out, much like AG does. So he will be finding Gravity Suit relatively soon here as well.
And if this winds up, if this Cane of Samaria winds up being in the Bubble Mountain area, I think it's close enough that it'll come down to execution.
Alright, there was only missiles there for Hoda Ruby. See what's going on here on Frank or Z. And it's 10 arrows. 10 arrows that I purposely put there for you, AG. I'm just kidding. I did not place anything in this seed. It is all randomized. No one had any knowledge ahead of time. Go ahead.
Charge beam coming up for Crayon would also give him an advantage.
Yeah, it does have that full beams, and it's very likely that by the time AG gets to the wreck ship, he will be killing Phantoon and leaving. So that does leave the plasma beam out for him. Alright, see what's here in double chambers. And it's 10 more arrows.
Garbage.
That's exactly what AG wanted to... Just kidding. He didn't want to see 10 arrows. Alright, here's some more missiles for him.
More garbage, but there are a lot of checks here.
There are a number of checks. Yep. Crayon coming down to find some flippers.
So now everything is in logic on his side.
Crayon has GT backed into the corner perfectly. He can just sit here and pound away at GT. And with the grapple beam, he does not ever have to leave in case he runs out of missiles. He can just use that to farm the...
Yep. But with this many supers, it's no big deal at all.
Well, yeah, 60. He came in with somewhat less than 60, but yeah, woof. AG supering everything.
That's easy to do. Still, what do we have left? We have 4 checks left in Upper Norfair. We have Norfair Reserve and we have Cathedral.
Not seeing Cathedral.
And Blue Crayon turning right around, gonna chase those flippers.
Yeah, he's going back into Zelda. So...
Gonna get Meyer out of the way.
Alright, he will find a bow in short order here, so that's good for him. Good progression.
It's really interesting to see both of these runners entering Misery Mire without a cane.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't think I would have done it. Not without a cane.
All we looking for is that red cane, and it's not at Norfair Reserve.
There are the more 10 arrows for AG. He likes those.
So we're down to just Cathedral.
Yep, looks like AG is going to save here.
Probably to save the trip back. This makes sense.
Well, but you can just... I mean, you just leave, right? I think you just go back into Zelda at this point in time.
Yeah, he has Speed Booster.
Yeah.
He has Speed Booster. You can just take Frog Speedway.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying he could just leave through Cathedral, but I guess
there is an argument to check the back of Meridia here as well, because then you have to go there to kill. Oh, those are silvers.
Oh, he wants that silvers.
Yeah, those are silvers. That's fine.
So now I think I just leave through the front door here.
So I would say at this point, now that you have that, I don't see the harm in going to do Dragon first. So that way you can get Space Jump, you can get Precious Missile.
Yep.
Oh, this is interesting. He's doing the front of Meridia. So I don't know how much I like this. Right now, there's 2 different lines of thought for locating Canis Samaria. Yep. Either the Canis Samaria is in Meridia, which would imply that there's Canfly outside of Meridia, or your progression is Independent Dungeon.
So, question.
The reason why I don't like this Meridia check is because it's not in logic. Okay,
so what makes this Meridia check require Canfly? Is it just
It's because gravity is locked by Canfly.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's gravity that makes it. All right. See, gotta learn from the master here.
So this is actually not in logic, but it's kind of a crapshoot right here anyway, because you're either going to find the thing you need in a pendant dungeon, or you're going to find a thing that... Oh, he made the right call!
Oh, wow. So, Space Jump or Warp Ball Bombs are out there waiting to be found.
They are. This is such an incredible play from AG.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Now all he has to do is
He's
pick
gotta
it.
be shaking right now.
I'm excited. I'm shaking. Sure, those folks at home are excited too. This has been quite a race.
This is nuts.
All right, so
This has been one of the most back and forth races I've called. So you've got to feel like you're quite far ahead, getting into go mode at under 2 hours.
here's Blue Crayon going back to Palace of Darkness.
And remember, at the beginning of this, we thought that Blue Crayon was way ahead, and it just turns out that Varia suit at Waterway, that's what got AG back into this race ultimately.
That is, yeah, it was huge. It was
Because it
huge.
took him a long time. It took Blue Crayon a long time to get that Varia suit that's locking everything important for the rest of the game.
And if you see right, he's not following along to kind of where we know the rest of the stuff is.
AG, where are you going?
I think he's going to fill up here.
Oh, he's farming. He's farming.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because if he goes this way, he has to kill Batoon.
That's right.
I don't understand why when you get to Mama Turtle, why you don't just turn around. Actually, come to think of it, this might be a little bit faster.
Yeah, this gets him clear of Meridia. I don't know that he's gonna. Okay, never mind.
What's he looking for?
Clearly gonna check some other stuff. I don't know.
What's he looking for?
Charge beam, but he's got tons of ammo. He knows he's.
You know what? It might just be a safety because he hasn't saved in a long time.
It's fair. He's going up here to bot wound, so.
He also doesn't have charge beam.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't soft lock here in this fight with only 18 supers.
That makes sense. And he probably feels he has time to save because, like I said, when you get to go mode in under 2 hours, you've got to feel pretty good. Very nice Batoon fight.
What the heck was that he just blew by?
Power bombs.
Was it? Okay.
AG, why farm ammo here? You have grapple beam.
He might want energy. In case he doesn't remember how much energy it takes to kill.
He has Varia and gravity. He should be okay.
Oh, nice halfie.
What is this?
The halfie?
I didn't know if he was positioned in time.
Yeah, no, he was. If you will always get the halfie if you shine spark through the door. If you in order to get the full halfie, you need to actually be through the door, which requires really difficult because you got to down back in order to even make it all the way up there in time. Then you have to jump and be at the precise height. And there is a spot that's slightly too high, and of course there's plenty of spots that's slightly too low. Yeah, the full halfie, that is the shine spark that will get you all the way across the Coliseum. Very ingenious name, I know. The early zap, that's not a trick I know of.
Oh, he's killing Dragon with... Okay, if he's killing Dragon with Speed Booster, then it makes sense for him to farm energy.
He's got the grapple beam set up here, but he might... Okay.
Probably just doing it to try to save a little time on the grapple kill.
I think he was just setting it up, yeah.
Okay,
He's
good
got it.
Dragon fight.
Alright, and yeah, he's just piecing out. He knows he's in go mode. He knows he is... just yeah, he knows.
But
He's ready to go.
he's got to feel pretty confident about his position because all he's got left is he's got a Meyer that he's fully cleared.
Yep.
He's got TR. He stayed out of wreck ship, which he's probably pretty happy about.
Yeah, only thing in wreck ship, I guess, was that plasma beam, but it doesn't do all that much without that charge beam
Not unless
in
they
the
remember
end.
charge, and there are a lot of places outside of Ganon's tower that the charge can be.
Yeah, that's true. It could always be in that Ganon's tower. Alright, it looks like he is going to go back to Zelda, so he's 100% done here. So I'm AG. I clear Misery Mire. I clear Turtle Rock. I do GT, and I'm done Zelda, right?
Exactly. Just go, 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 go.
All right, you're Blue Crayon now. You're done Palace of Darkness. You're done Eastern Palace. Well, where do you go from here? Lower Norfair?
Yes, absolutely.
I think you don't have anywhere else.
Like density. Remember what I've been saying about density? You've got to focus on the density. And Varia was the last item that he found for progression. Like, whether you subscribe to the school of philosophy of chasing progression or chasing volume, they're one and the same. You just do it.
Yeah, there is a blue pendant there for Blue Crayon, getting his namesake in the game. Since there aren't any crayons. Alright, EG back into Misery Mire. He does have the bow, he does have silvers, so that's going to make for a fairly easy Viddy fight.
Oh, absolutely. Those silvers are huge. And he's making really quick work of this Wizard room, too.
Yeah, this is a very tricky room, especially to get it one cycle. Really awesome when you see those guys in an NMG run do it. Spectacular. That little spark there just wanted a piece of AG. Okay, so Blue Crayon here. Looks like he is making that play over to the Lower Norfair. So this not in logic, right? Because we haven't seen how or why Can Fly gets us here. Interesting.
Correct. And correct, but just it was such a just galaxy brain play from AG to chase Meridia. I definitely see why you would do that because if you go out of there's two things that can happen and they're about equal probability of occurring. One is you go to Meridia and progression is there. Or two, you go to a pendant dungeon and then you find something that puts like the pendant dungeon is going to have one of two things. It has either the thing you need or the thing that puts gravity in logic for it to be in Meridia. So either play is valid. It just so happened that the seed wanted you to take the long way around.
I see.
And
yeah,
AG took the gamble that it was that second way, and he wanted to skip a thing that puts it in logic. It's really a 50-50.
Yeah, you're right.
It can go either way. So it just so happened that AG got lucky and found the progression immediately.
Swamp and Palace of Darkness have been kind of in play. And it could be that those bombs or that space jump are in Swamp Palace. You are right there. And here's Viddy for AG. Meanwhile, Blue Crayon picking up that gravity suit. Bet you he's happy to see that.
Probably not at 2 hours, but yes.
I think I'm happy to find it anytime I find it. But yeah. Yeah, so this means... Go ahead.
Do you know if AG is sub 240 the seed before?
I don't think so. I do believe his PB
this
is...
could be a PB for him.
Like 239 or something like that.
Depending on where the Ganon's Tower Big Key is, this could possibly be a PB for him.
Yeah, I'll have to like go check his... I'm sure it's up on his stream.
I mean, the seed itself was also pretty fast.
Oh, his PB is 249. It looks like.
So yeah, this should very easily be a personal best for him. Which to get something like this in a tournament race is incredible.
That was awesome. PBs are great whenever you can get them. They're just.
But in this type of environment, especially.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he'll be excited. All right, here we're seeing Blue Crayon head on over to the Space Pelican. This guy, nobody likes him. Gonna do a little farming here first. Doesn't quite have a lot of supers here, so we'll probably see Crayon farm up a good amount of supers before going into the Space Pelican.
I would say a safe number of supers for Ridley is
Like
about 35.
Yep. Yep. 35 affords you a couple of misses. All right, and here it is. Here's the rock for AG. He's going all Sean Connery on us. Welcome to the rock. Just I don't know where Nicolas Cage enters into this seed.
Because the way AG has routed this seed, there are very few people in the tournament that would be able to beat him on the seed with the way he has played this. He's smoking this seed.
It has fallen. The cards have fallen in place for him. The way he has routed this, and we were talking about it earlier. We were sitting there going, "Oh man, all these items in Brinstar. What could possibly go? How is this? What could possibly go wrong for Blue Crayon? He's in such a lead. Blah blah blah. Various suit in Waterway.
Various suit in Waterway is what shifted the momentum of this whole race in his favor.
That and that hook shot, right? Which it hasn't really opened anything up, but it's one of those things that I think led AG to get over to the mountain to pick up that speed booster.
It was really the Varia though, because the hook shot hasn't really led to anything so far. It's the Varia has been a huge deal though.
Oh, the hook shot absolutely led to the speed booster, right? Because you couldn't get over to the other side of the mountain without it.
You are right about speed booster, yeah.
I mean, I guess they could have made the play in the desert, pick up the mirror, maybe, right? That, because they got the book early too. Like, it's hard to say. But yeah, and speed booster is what gave AG the gravities or the various suit. So yeah, and the waterways, just like you were talking about earlier.
That was a beautiful wasteland speedball.
Yeah, a very difficult trick to pick up. Right, chain chomps, get out the way. All right, see how Blue Crayon wants to finish off over here. Having the powder wants to get a few extra hearts over there. Don't blame him.
I don't blame. He doesn't have any mail upgrades, so I absolutely do not blame him for getting bottles full of blue potion.
Yeah. I would even with mail upgrades, I would go get blue potion.
Because all the enemies in these late game Dark World dungeons are just terrifying.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. All right. Blue Crayon, I'm now going to find all the 10 arrows that he could ever want.
Very clean movement. I've been really impressed with Blue Crayon's movement.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I think we talked about this the last time these two raced. Blue Crayon, you know, comes from Super Metroid, so his movement in there is pretty good. He was talking about it there. He wanted to get back into doing some Super Metroid speedrun. So I think just Super Metroid, not SMZ3.
And AG has all the keys necessary, does not need to open the crystal roller chest, does not need to go to Laser Bridge.
I've seen that. I wouldn't have realized that. I would have opened the crystal roller bridge, that crystal roller chest anyway.
Gotta pay attention to your key count.
Yeah, you really do. That's why everybody knows I'm out of this tournament. Alright. Blue Crayon coming on over, speed booster. Some more hearts for AG. This room, he can do this in the dark, so this is pretty rote for him.
Lamp is not a required item for AG, and that's a really important skill to have in Combo Randomizer, and especially in the standalone Link to the Past, is being able to not need to search for lamp.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, I think. Even for most of the runners left in the tournament at this point in time, you know, lamp is kind of an optional find. Meanwhile, Blue Crayon finishing up those upper Norfair checks. AG's going to come in on Trinax. One thing that Crayon did that AG didn't do was the actual Smith itself. So AG's still on that Tempered Sword. Not going to make too much of a difference.
That's fine. Tempered versus Butter makes basically no difference. The thing it might mean is maybe an extra, maybe with one extra Fire Bat cycle on Ganon.
Yeah, gonna have to hit Ganon 12 times instead of 6.
Not kill on the last form of Trinex, but does mop it up nicely. And we are going to be headed into Ganon's. We're going to be headed into Ganon's Tower, and this is like actually PB pace for AG. Alright, there are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, one of which contains the big key, and it looks like most of the guesses are gone already.
Wow. These folks know what's up.
I think they are actually all gone.
Oh, I can't keep up with all the scrolling in chat. It's you folks. Thanks for coming out and watching this race.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic turnout.
Absolutely. All right, Crayon back into Super Metroid. What's he going for here? Refill and Meridia?
Probably. This was a really exciting race to call. Like, it was so back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, so one thing that AG does have to remember is that he has to go kill Fantoon.
Oh yeah, he does have to kill Fantoon.
Mm-hmm. Not lit up on his board yet. He will be done with Zelda very soon. What is he doing? Coming in, selecting Hammer. Alright. Crayon, back on the mountain here. Is this a Turtle Rock for Crayon, you think? Nope, it's the Meridia play.
AG not even checking Hope Room, just going hard left.
Yeah. There is a torch. Yeah, there is a... Yes, there is a torch there, and it happens to have a heart piece on it this time. here is number 2, number 3, number 4.
4 is a garbage can.
Number 5. All right. Okay. AG going back over to the right.
Oh, he's doing Stalfos room and then hard right, I think.
Interesting. So we're up to 5. This is going to be 6 and 7. 6 it is. Who is I don't even know.
I feel bad for MST because he guessed 1 and it was exactly.
Yeah, first one to guess 6 was reversed. Which who is AG's son? Very interesting.
All right then. So he will still have to kill Fantoon, but that's not a big deal. This will still be a 2-4x.
All right. Yeah, Blue Crayon coming in here to find that King of Samaria.
Blue Crayon has the King of Samaria, so he's about 2 dungeons behind.
Yes, he is 1 Misery Mire and 1 Turtle Rock.
But does already have Fantoon, so I would say Blue Crayon is probably about a Turtle Rock behind.
So, yeah, Blue Crayon does have Fantoon, but he does not have Dragon just yet either. So
I would still say it's roughly a Turtle Rock behind.
Sure, that's fair. Because I think he's already finished most of Misery Mire as well. So yeah, Viddy. Now one thing, okay, Crayon did pick up those silver arrows according to our tracker. So his Viddy should be pretty easy here to. Not sure where Crayon is going though. Is he gonna go finish Zelda?
He's avoiding Boss Wound.
Okay. All right. I think this is what you were talking about. You wanted to see from AG earlier, right?
Yeah, I am a bigger fan of this route because that way you don't have to deal with Boss Wound.
It's fine.
Depending on how skilled you are at Boss Wound, I could see the route of going straight through Meridia being slightly faster. But if you're not very good at making short work of Boss Wound, then I could see it. Yeah, he's gonna be. Oh, he's cleaning out Mire first. He might actually do. He might actually fight Dragon after completing Zelda. I can see
that's
it.
That's not ideal, right? Because the positioning.
No, because here's what you do. You beat Zelda, you get dumped on the pyramid, and then you can just head southeast and jump in the lake. That's fine.
You are. Hey, I leave it to you. You are the master router here, so if you say it's good.
Well, thank you.
Hey, the truth is the truth. All right.
Hey, I gotta make up for my lack of vanilla prowess somewhere.
Hey, there you go. All right,
AG on the 5th floor, taking care of the Lizro rooms. Gets both 1 cycles. Well done.
Yeah, very nicely done. That's a spectacular strat. I really like that. So yeah, here is this dark mire spot for Crayon. Has the lamp, so should be no problem.
Cool little time saver. The AG just did there, the void out in that room. I've never actually thought of doing that. That's neat.
That's his preferred strat in that room. He also yells at me for not lighting that torch on the bottom left first. I don't know why he's opening these chests. Maybe
Charge beam.
Charge beam? Leave him the key.
He's probably looking for charge beam.
Yeah, I could see that. If it happens to be there, it's not that much.
Like charge and or plasma.
It's not that much extra time to go and pick him up. So, if you're gonna open those two, then why don't you open that one? I guess that's to avoid the anti-fairy.
Oh, mail upgrade too. That's a good point.
Yeah, mail upgrade would be nice. We've only seen one from the catfish.
Is he
He is good. He is good with green mail, silverless, again, and master sword. So this should be all right. Especially since he has a couple of boo potions in the.
locate powder?
What's that?
We never located powder.
No, we did not. Maybe it's somewhere impossible, like Mad Batter.
That the only things that can be completely unreachable in combo randomizer are dungeon items like keys.
Oh, I know. That's why I said it could be somewhere impossible.
That's beatable only is only a thing in standalone LTTP.
Maybe, yeah, I know.
And I think Ocarina of Time, but that's a whole other animal.
Alright, here is that Aga2. I don't know, man. I don't know about this call. AG's not doing the Swagnet strats here on Aga2. Alright, it's got Aga2 down. Blue Crayon coming back up here onto the mountain. What could he be looking for up here? Turtle Rock. Okay, he's going straight for Turtle Rock.
He would be doing Turtle Rock. This is the 7th crystal.
Well, it just solidifies the play that you were talking about earlier. Right? Where he's going to beat Zelda, go over to Viridia, and then defeat Dragon.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly, it makes perfect sense.
Alright, Cape Strats on Ganon for AG. Half magic, this should not be a problem.
I think he also has like God Corner. He even got God Corner.
Yeah, this is.
And not even gonna
really
take advantage of it.
Nope, he's not gonna go in up above over his head. Do the doubles.
And of course when he's ahead, he gets God Corner.
He's got him.
Oh, did you see that? AG
Yeah.
Down to half a heart.
Yep, he got hit by one of those bats.
Scary stuff, because with that green mail, all of Ganon's attacks will do 4 hearts of damage. A Ganon hug will do 8 hearts of damage.
Oh yeah, lots. Come in here in NMG. What do you got? You got one Ganon hug, I think. Any percent? It's rough. Yeah, it's really scary.
Like, Link to the Past is such a hard speed game.
Mm-hmm, it is. Did you find my arrows in Upper Norfair? Yeah, we did. Alright. 4 more shots on Ganon for AG here. He's got to remember to go get Phantoon before he...
Great positioning.
Yeah, there's that. That's one for the double. And Ganon is down. So let's give AG some G's. One of the G's in his name. That was a nice movement there by Blue Crayon, juking the anti-fairy on the way in.
Yeah, both of these players have really improved their Link to the Past movement throughout the course of the tournament.
What are you doing, AG? Oh man, I was getting scared. We lingered on that screen for a little too long. Ooh. Alright, so go kill Phantoon now, AG.
He's just filling up now. I was gonna say AG, please don't Phantoon skip.
Yeah, he's got plenty of ammo here. Either way, I don't blame him for filling up now.
What I don't understand is,
Yeah.
I can see refilling now. I would still probably refill after Phantoon because you're gonna use some. Oh no!
Oh, that's okay.
I was gonna say he just juked us.
Oh man, he wanted the speed echoes. He wanted the speed echoes. There's not enough space to get the speed echoes the other way. Man, put us in for a scare. Come on, AG. Whoa!
So
He
close
was
to Ocean Fly.
he was like a pixel too high there. Cause his missile was good timing. His missile was good timing.
That was still really close to Ocean Fly. Give him props for going for that.
Oh yeah, Ocean Fly, spectacular technique. All right, Blue Crayon making his way through this dark maze rovery room here in Turtle Rock. If anybody wants to correct my name for it, I challenge you to feel free. Chat loves to correct the commentators all the time, so have at it.
Case in point, this race.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had this wrong in the beginning. This has been something else. All right, here's a fan tune for AG, and then it is off to the mother brain. You know, Blue Crayon, I just noticed, did not pick up that half magic.
I'm pretty sure Blue Crayon has potions though. Should be fine.
Yeah, no, it's just you know, it's just a thing. I'm sure he knows where it is because I think he checked it out.
Zero cycle Trinex from
Wow.
Blue Crayon.
Wow, that is spectacular. He has that butter sword, so he might as well.
Very well done.
Yeah, really nicely done.
Just lightning fast Trinex fight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This whole thing, this race is actually pretty crazy. I think it looks like both of these runners are gonna wind up with sub 3s, and when sub 3 isn't good enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so Blue Crayon has Ganon's Tower to go.
Then again, I've been on the side of this as well. There was a weekly a couple months ago I played in, where I think there were 16 people. There were 11 sub 3s. So I can definitely see it, but yeah, if you're AG, you've got to feel really good.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, if a PB isn't good enough to win, then just press F. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, when your PB is that low, yeah. Right, Blue Crayon going into Ganon's Tower. This is exactly the routing that you were talking about.
Exactly. I think this routing makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because your only other way back to the Meridia portal is gonna be through the portal by home, and since the chest dumps, and since when you beat Ganon it dumps you in the Dark World anyway, why not?
I'm not sure why AG went over to the left supers there. Maybe Charge Beam?
I think he was checking for Charge Beam, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's got 170, so those are. And he did not use very many of his. What's that?
I don't think he has wave. I think he's still.
No, he has. He did not find any beam upgrade except for ice. He has ice.
I think he was digging for like charge or wave or something. Although if he has only ice beam, then charge wouldn't even help him that much. Like at that point, if you just have charge and ice, it's not even really worth doing stand up.
No, stand up. Yeah, no.
Like the only times it's really worth it to do stand up is if you have plasma or if you have like charge ice wave spacer.
Mm-hmm.
Like even charge ice wave is just it's not enough damage.
Nope. Right. AG's going to be going over to Torian. Meanwhile, Blue Crayon here in the gauntlet. See how he cleans up these rooms. These are a difficult series of rooms here in Ganon's Tower. So it really shows the skill of the player as they go through and clean these rooms quickly.
Oh, absolutely. These rooms are brutal without half magic. If you have half magic, you can kind of just spam the fire rod in this room, in this series of rooms, and it wipes out all the enemies pretty cleanly, especially the Selphos.
Yeah, you do
But if you
want
don't
to...
have, if you don't have half magic, particularly for Gauntlet, but in the entire Ganon's Tower run, like magic management is so crucial.
Yep. There's that base beam on for AG, so we definitely know he has it. Landmo 2 for Blue Crayon, using some silver arrow strats. Not quite getting his arrows placed.
He's getting pretty trolled by these Landmo spawns.
Yeah.
These Landmo spawns have not been friendly at all.
No, it's definitely tricky to hit them with the arrows.
And speaking of hitting Landmos with arrows, watching NMG players do like the desert Landmo fight with a bow is just mesmerizing.
Yep.
Like it's just insane. I bet AG right now is just feeling want to buy beams.
I don't know. He has plenty of ammunition here.
He has all kinds of ammo, yes, but not having beams definitely makes the Metroid rooms annoying.
Not really. You just want to freeze the Metroids and jam them full of missiles or supers. So, it almost doesn't matter there. Looks like he's setting up here for not baby skip.
Well,
there's no other reason to take the damage here.
I don't think he has the items.
No, he doesn't have the he doesn't have the space jump, which is really what's needed. Right.
That bomb that Blue Crayon got is one of the most annoying things that can happen in Ganon's Tower. Just a super missile in that chest that AG passed by.
Yeah, so he didn't miss anything like that charge beam or anything. It would have been something nice for Blue Crayon. Okay. AG using up a bunch of missiles.
AG's
Wave beam. Yeah, wave beam would be really nice for these rooms with that like fuzz.
Absolutely. Like wave or even plasma helps out a ton with that.
Nah, plasma not as much because it doesn't penetrate like wave does through the walls, and those are considered walls. But yeah,
like at that point, if you don't have wave, it might almost be better to drop a power bomb.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, you're getting your wish.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Blue Crayon swagging it up with the bug nets.
Blue Crayon with I like this the way AG is handling this.
Yeah.
Just going for the ice seb skip once.
Yep. Got my swag in him. Yeah, now he has plenty of missiles here, if he wants to. Another thing he can do is just break the glass and go out and refill his missiles, but he does have 60 supers. He's guaranteed himself that.
That's not necessary.
Yeah, and
that's not necessary. He has all kinds of it. He can take 10 supers and be fine.
Yeah, he has 30 regular missiles left over here, so... it looks like he's going to start off with regular missiles, too. Rather than switch over to those super missiles.
And if today's performance from AG says anything, I don't care who you are, you can't sleep on this guy.
Nope, absolutely not. I mean, you're left in this tournament. You are a force to be reckoned with. Alright, here is a Ganon fight for Blue Crayon. Oof. AG.
He's fine.
That was ketchup beam. They wanted him. They wanted him. He's going to damage down here. So he is set up.
Looks like we're going to get some beeping strats during the cutscene, too.
Well, you know.
Meanwhile, Blue Crayon making very quick work of Ganon.
Down to
danger stages.
Yeah, down to like a hard and half here. Yeah.
I believe they're. Wait. I'm sure if Blue Crayon had a potion, it would be used by now.
Maybe.
Blue Crayon might not have a potion.
Yeah, he might not.
Beautiful setup, though.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. Wow, that's...
I actually think... Were both of these free of unintentional deaths? I think both these runs were free of unintentional deaths. These are both great times.
Maybe, yeah. I think Blue died once.
Blue Crayon is still on pace for sub 3, yes.
But yeah. This is going to be it here for Ancient Gamer. 36 Hyper Beam shots to Mother Brain's head. And Blue Crayon's going to be going over to Meridia to finish off Dragon. And then it is going to be a Mother Brain fight for Blue Crayon.
Yeah, this will be a PB for AG by quite a bit.
I think his PB was 249.
249. This is looking. Yeah, this is looking like a 243 of some kind. Yes, please follow both of our fantastic, highly skilled runners.
Yeah, these guys are great.
They're both better than me. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know if I would go that far. I would definitely say they're better than me. But that isn't saying much.
Escape on PB pace always is tense.
Absolutely. I mean, this is, yeah.
And you don't have movement items either, like no space jump.
He does have his high jump boots and speed booster, but that's kind of the only. That's what they were dealt. That space jump probably locked away in Swamp Palace, like you were saying earlier.
It's like space jump. One of either space jump or morph ball bombs is probably there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't see much of Ganon's tower, so not sure what could have been there. All right, and it is one shrimp to fry for Blue Crayon as AG makes his way up the parlor and over to the ship. Don't save the animal. Okay. Man, I thought for a second he was going to save the animal.
He's not going to do that on PB pace.
And that is going to do it for AG with an official SRL time of 2:42.47. So just under that 2:43. Absolutely spectacular for Ancient Gamer. Wow, we're gonna see if we can get him in here to chat with us and tell him just what he was thinking.
Oh, absolutely!
Unbelievable.
I don't think he could have played that any better.
That was great. That was absolutely great. Well played by Ancient Gamer.
I'm sure he's going to want to speak to us about this one.
Yep.
If I got a PB in an elimination tournament race, I would be bragging all night.
Absolutely. This is the point of the tournament where Ancient Gamer was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I think this is. I'm happy that I got to this point, and you know, so he was kind of counting himself out at this point in time, and he may do so with his next race. Hello, Ancient Gamer. Thank you for joining us. Please tell us what you were thinking with that seed, starting off the way that you did.
Okay. First of all, let me say I was not expecting it to go that way. And my hat's off to Blue. I actually feel a little bad because I know it on the first one he had it. He's a great runner. Second off, I had decided that I was going to stop trying to do my races based on what I thought other people would do and just do what I do. Now, the one thing I did at the beginning that was out of character for me was checking Retro Bryn, because I knew he did that. And I figured, okay, I'll look, and that way he won't have any early information that I didn't have. Like last time, he knew there were power bombs down there. And from then, it was pretty much a straight thing until I went into Super Metroid, and that's where I took one of my gambles.
Was that gamble Waterway?
No, my gamble was doing the Brinstar Criteria area skip, because I had gotten hookshot and going straight down and going out to Death Mountain. And when I found Speed Booster, I felt like you're making the right play. I knew I had to get back there and check that stuff, but I also knew that that meant that I could check everything as I was going. And when I found Varia at Waterway, I felt pretty good. I can't lie to you.
That's actually what won you the race. Is going down to is getting the speed booster before going into Brinstar. We actually thought you were really far behind because Blue Crayon just god routed the first hour of the seed, and both of us in the booth felt you were almost hopelessly behind until you found that Varia suit at Waterway. It took Crayon a very long time to get that Varia suit. It also took Crayon a very long time to find the hook shot in the bottom of Escape. And we actually speculated that might wind up being his go mode item because of how many things the seed kept getting him to do. And just to give you an idea of where he is, both of you guys are going to get well under 3 hours on the seed, and just it's always just unbelievable seeing a race where 3 hours is not good. Like, under 3 hours is not good enough to win.
Yeah, I knew he was tough, and I felt like just having the Varia was not going to be enough. I wanted to concentrate on my crystals as well as I could. I flubbed some of the execution. I talked before about that controller, and both of you know I talked to you about the new controller that I had bought that gave me the random inputs. Well, I worked on it a little bit. That's the one that I was using here, but I still had a couple of problems. It had me a little worried. I think the next time that I really felt like I made the play, you're talking about the escape thing. When I found the blue boomerang, I realized I could do escape fairly easily. So that's what made me go ahead and do it. And when I dug out the hook shot, I was happy. But when I dug that bow out of Meyer, I felt really good.
Oh, I imagine. I don't think that's necessarily a bad play because you're going to be digging out most of Meyer looking for the big key anyway.
That was my thinking.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I put off Lower Norfair a little bit just in case I found a movement item like space jump or whatnot, or maybe even gravity. And then I felt like I was at a point where I couldn't put it off anymore. I had all of Lower Norfair and Upper Norfair, and when I found gravity, I was like, okay, we're going straight through and out the top. And when I found that red cane at Mama Turtle and derped that execution like 4 times, I
Yeah, I bet you were really nervous when you found that cane.
no, honestly, no, I wasn't. I gotta say, nerves did not really play a part in this. I had already had one race with Blue. He was obviously going to win that race. I was at peace, win or lose on this one. I just wanted to perform well, and I felt I did. So I was satisfied with that, you know.
And if we haven't said it yet, congratulations on your PB.
Well, thank you. I was a little thrilled about that. A couple things I guess I should explain. Sorry about that little wait in front of GT. I had to go to the bathroom, man.
That's
I just couldn't. I couldn't. I'm 53. I can't. You know.
Exactly.
But
no big deal.
So
it was really cool going through that with nothing but ice beam, which I turned right off. But I had the one I needed in Turian. I did not know if I could actually get the ice Zeb skip without charge. So I tried it once and I'm like, yeah, no, we're doing this. And when I saw I had 60 plus 31, I'm like, I can miss 10 supers. We're just going. And so I did.
yeah, we figured you would try once and then move on. But speaking of moving on, you will be moving on to the round of 16, and you will have.
Oh, I know who I'm playing.
Who are you playing?
And speaking of items, that mirror location.
I thought about you. I did. I thought about you.
I wanted to leave the call when I saw that mirror location.
Honestly, your race is what kept that in my mind the whole time. And when I found mirror there, I was like, okay, here we go. The rep skip, I feel justified. I had decided I was going to skip rep shit till last, till no matter what, because that thing had sold me out so many times. I said, nope, I'm not doing it. And it just kind of worked out.
Blue Crayon actually did rec ship really early. He did rec ship at about the 35-minute mark, and there was nothing. Oh, there was plasma there.
Plasma beam, yeah. That was the only, but he had to go back to get that because he had skipped the E-tank.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he was comfortable doing sponge bath with power bombs. Plus, he also only had 10 power bombs at the time. That was another reason why we speculated you were doing the Brinstar skip, is because of the lack of power bombs.
That did play a part in it. When I was thinking about doing it, that was the deciding factor. I'm like, you know, one way or another, I need more power bombs, or I'm going to have to come back through here anyway. So why not just go ahead and skip it and see what else is out there? And again, when I saw that speed booster, I was like, okay, well, he's going to clear all of this first. And I thought he might do wreck ship. I thought he might, because he likes to clear Super Metroid. But I wasn't going to let that really, you know, force what I was doing. I tried to stay on track with what my plan was and follow what I found as I found it. And it kind of worked out.
It did.
But either way, congratulations on your top 16.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank y'all guys for doing the commentary. I really appreciate it, and thanks everybody for all the support. I appreciate all the kind words and everything. Don't know how it's going to turn out. Miggs is a monster. Got mad respect for him. You know, all I can do is try my best, and we'll see where it goes. And really, shout outs to Crayon, a really nice guy. Really nice guy. He's definitely worth a follow.
Man, what are you doing? You're saving the animals.
He is. Look at this. He's even gonna get a 254 on this seed, and 254 not being good enough is just nuts.
It's a spectacular time. It's a really, really good time. Saving the animals, man. Oh.
My son loves to save the animals. I would have done it for him if this was not a bracket race that I'd already lost once, and I was on PB pace.
You know, it's very suspicious that he had the correct Ganon's Tower chest number.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he did.
He hasn't really been looking at my screen. He's over there at his desk looking at.
Oh, GG's to Blue Crayon for finishing with an official SRL time of 2:53:51. Spectacular time.
Oh, absolutely. Against a lot of other players in the tournament, that 253 would be plenty good, but not against AG. Absolutely on top of his game. We'll see if we can get Blue Crayon in here to discuss the seed.
Absolutely. See what he was thinking about with all of those items so early on.
And we are joined by Blue Crayon in the booth. Congratulations on the time. Just brutal that it wasn't good enough. 253 on a seed like this would be good against most players in the tournament, but AG just found that Varia suit at Waterway really early, and he just coasted as soon as he found that. That it was just, I think it was just the Varia suit from what we looked at. But tell us about this one.
Yeah, so pretty much last checking that in Pink Brinstar definitely was going to kill me. So I was like, just kind of doing my own thing. Although this run, I was also not taking it as seriously as I should have, because I was going under the impression of anything I get that kind of like feels like the logic is pushing some way, I'll just do it no matter how dumb it is. So that's why I went to wreck ship once I saw the grapple hook, which stinks to go through the whole thing, but at least I did it kind of quick. Aside from that, going and getting the what was it called? Getting Quake, which was blocked by the flippers, and then finding flippers in Lower Norfair, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to double dip Meyer right now because I got the bow. I got the Quake from that, so maybe it's going to be just a troll seed. And then I took the bow to get 2 checks, like wasted time and did a pendant.
I thought your plays were correct, especially after finding Varia, because if you think you're behind, the correct play is to go where you don't think he's going to go. You need to put yourself in a position where you can create a comeback instead of checking the obvious places.
Yeah.
One of the most important skills in tournament settings is knowing how to play from behind. Because if you're second to find the big thing, and then you search all the obvious locations looking for go mode, that's not going to win you the game anyway.
So I had a feeling that at the beginning I was a little ahead just because I got the boots right away. But then doing the wreck ship play and it turning up nothing, I was like, okay, I'm not ahead anymore. And then it was almost a 50-50 if he last checked that Varia suit too. And if he didn't, I just lost. It was almost no coming back from that.
I hate Blue. I hate that. I was mad. I did the Brinstar criteria skip. That was my big gamble. Having just in 5 power bombs was part of it. I'm like, let me come back when I've got some power bombs. And when I found that speed booster, I'm like, yes, we can do this. And when I came back, I just cleared everything. I did skip wreck ship. I had a go mode wreck ship. And real quick, while I got the mic, all y'all that are familiar in my chat with me talking about my wife who brings me all this food and does all this thing and puts up with a 53-year-old man playing video games all day. Shout out to her. That's Inkette right here in the chat. She's been back in the bedroom watching me, supporting me because I'm racing, even though she has no idea what this is about. So thank you, baby. Go ahead, Blue.
No, I don't got much else. Although it's kind of an interesting thought. I've never thought to go kind of rush lower or upper Norfair and just going back to Link to the Past. If I have 5 power bombs, I usually just, grit my teeth and go through Brinstar anyway. So that's something I got to think about.
It's a big time save to have at least one more pack. And I looked up and found 2 more packs. So I was able to zip through it pretty quickly.
Although I jumped in just in time to hear that you took a bathroom break right before GT, which I did too, so we're even there.
Man, it was tense. This was a tense seed. I'm kind of proud of the time. You should be proud of yours. This was not this seed had a lot of double backs and stuff, and my route worked out. It could have not worked out like it did. Last time the choice was wreck ship or Aga. You go the wrong way and you're done. It's kind of hard to come back from that.
Well, Blue Crayon, congratulations on your top 32 finish. After this performance, we really hope to see you in the next tournament.
Yeah, it's fun. I'll make sure to drop in on them. Just hopefully after the next one won't be during a pandemic, so it's much easier for me to schedule things.
Certainly hope so.
And then there's also with fewer participants in the tournament, you're also going to see a lot more people doing the weekly races as well.
True.
What days are those? I should probably try to jump in on them.
The next one is actually tomorrow afternoon, and it's normal logic too, I believe. It's at, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
We'll see if I can appease the child for 3 hours, but I probably can't take that race seriously.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. on Sunday and 9 p.m. on Monday, and it alternates between normal and hard logic.
I mean, honestly, I would love to do hard logic seeds, so I should really work on getting to those.
They're kind of fun until they aren't.
So, worst seed I've had, it required Green Gate glitching after Crocomire to get Vanilla Grapple Beam, and then you had to grapple across Indiana Jones without Morph Ball. So if you fell, you soft locked. You had to grapple across there to get the Master Sword to go all the way back to do Aghanim to get Dark World access. It was horrible.
That reminds me of that suitless Shack Tool one that we had to do.
All right. Well, with that again, Ancient Gamer, congratulations on your top 16, and just give both of these fantastic runners a follow. Either one of them could have won this race. They're both forces to be reckoned with, and I would look out for both of these names in the next tournament.
Spectacular performance by both of our runners tonight. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Thank you, Ryko Ryder, for joining me in the booth here. Tomorrow at 8:10 p.m., we are going to have Streiser versus Bressingham Voigt. So there's still lots of awesome action to go in this here, the Super Metroid Zelda 1v1 randomizer tournament. So be sure to check it out. Be sure to give everybody a follow. And thank you all for coming out. And we will see you all next mission.